Another one.
See, I like that. This year things gonna change and whatnot.
All right, and here we are, YouTube. Let's get this started.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Do you wanna ride with Sammy? What you want me to do? Come on and slide with Sammy.
Oh, we did it again.
This is Sippin' with Sammy. I am Mr. Fly Shit Only, the one and only Sippin' with Sammy. Sam Malone, Barstool Rug. If you ain't sippin' with Sammy, you ain't sippin' right. Please get your fucking life together.
Damn, Sammy, you done fucked up.
Thanks, Sammy. Thanks, Sammy.
Sippin', I'm 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 sippin'.
Yup! What's up with y'all, man? Happy Monday, happy hour, all that flyness. I feel great. I did not have to work today. Happy MLK Day to y'all. Hopefully you didn't have to work either. Today's a great day, great show ahead. Nice topics. Got my guy in here. I know y'all seen Mr. Know-It-All from Mr. Know-It-All Pod is in the building.
What's happening? What's happening?
Situated with the situation, you know what I'm saying?
Hey now.
My guy, yo, missed you. He had a great time with him every time we see him. He good dude, man.
It's
good
my
dude.
man right here.
And you know I got K from Fine Productions in this Mickey Ficky.
Hey, best
What's
producer
happening?
in the business.
I'm here. I'm chilling. I did have to work today, even though my contract says I shouldn't.
I don't even know how that works, but in some sort of way, I don't feel bad for you.
Yeah, that's
You know.
fine.
You know,
It's
Hey,
great.
listen.
it is what it is.
It's great.
We've all been there. How about that?
Yeah, that also. How about that?
Yep.
But how's everybody feel this evening? Y'all good? Y'all good?
I am great. I'm actually coming out of a fog. Not even to bring the room down, so I figured I'd get it out the way beforehand.
Go ahead,
and
where we
whatnot.
going?
No, I had to bury my father earlier
God
this
bless
week.
him. God bless
Yeah,
him.
man.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
No, that's cool. That's cool. Sent him home the way he wanted to be sent home.
That's beautiful.
And that's awesome to be able to do.
Yeah, exactly. So, just trying to get my head wrapped around that, and everything that's going on.
The new normal.
The new normal, right. So it's one of those things where you say to yourself all the time, you're like, all right, besides wondering if, in death, if your parent is proud of you, nix all that. Just say he's proud of you, right? And you know that, right? So now your objective now is to make you proud of you. So that's what I'm about. You know what I mean?
That. I like that perspective.
That's my
That's
thing.
good.
You
That
know
was
what I mean?
heavy talk right there. I
absolutely.
like that.
Absolutely.
I like that, man.
Yep.
Definitely, man. My
Yeah,
condolences.
man.
and
No,
best
thank you,
wishes,
man. I
and
appreciate that.
Hold
man.
everybody down. I know that's
Oh.
our burden.
It's rough.
But
yeah,
Dad raised you for it.
Yeah, that's what it
Raised you
is.
for it.
Yep. That's what it is, man.
Nah, that's fly. Now you ain't bring the room down. Man.
No, yeah, I was hoping I wouldn't. I was
Nah,
like,
good.
man, you know what I mean?
We go through things, but
absolutely.
But you put proper perspective and light on it, and your perspective might shift at points, but you're intelligent enough to know what the journey is and what the goal is.
Love that.
So you'll
Love
be
that.
all right.
You're right.
You'll
Right.
be
Yeah,
all right.
absolutely.
You'll
I
be all
appreciate
right.
you, man. I
Yes,
appreciate
sir,
you.
man.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
We got Taya in here.
Taya, we just talking
Hey,
about
now.
you. Talk about some hey y'all.
Yes, she says, "Hey y'all."
What's happening?
Literally just said we gotta get you through here ASAP.
Yeah, he snitched on you. He said he tried to get you through here tonight.
Yeah, I know.
It's all good, Taya. For anybody that's in the chat for C-Cash, he will be coming this evening. He's just running a little late doing the daddy thing. Salute to him. It's crazy because he calls me early to tell me he's going to be early. And at first I didn't want to say nothing because I'm like, that's probably not going to last.
Like, yeah, nah, you all right.
This might change. Subject to change at any moment. So then when he called me back, it was like, yeah, he was caught up at an appointment with his daughter or whatever have you. No problem.
Yeah.
But I was like, see, this is why I always keep
but,
that little...
but you have an understanding. At least if y'all have the understanding, then you're never surprised. That's the whole thing. You know what I mean?
appreciate the communication. The problem comes without the communication.
That's true.
You see
Very
what I'm
true.
saying? Now, you
Very
coming
true.
too early, we might not be ready for you. You coming late, we need to know. That's all. That's all.
There we go. There we go.
But it's all good. So for all of y'all that tap in for cash, she'll be there. She says she'll what?
She said we will connect soon.
Absolutely. Taya somehow finds a way to always come back around. I'll keep bumping into Taya everywhere.
I just like how much she does. Like, I don't even know Taya in person, for real.
Yeah.
Never met her. But I just love how much support she shows, not only for our platform, but for so many other Philadelphia platforms.
Yeah.
Like, she's so involved. She's really not only just leading the way and helping you guys with production and all the back end stuff and being an on-air personality. But like on top of that, she's also making sure that she's supporting other people in the field. So I really like that, and I appreciate you.
She's gonna love hearing that from you, because Ty is my social media manager as well, and I speak glowingly of you. Okay, so that's kind of my thing. So when I talk to her about you, I'm like, Sammie and them over there, he got this girl. She do this right, and when it's going on, you know what I'm saying, he's over here the recording, she behind it with the live is popping. I'm like, like for real, y'all definitely with me. She would love to hear that from you though. So that's thorough.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna meet soon for sure. We're gonna make that happen.
Absolutely.
And she just said thank you. That's a huge compliment.
See?
Well, you're very welcome.
There we go.
Listen, man, we like workers around here.
Definitely.
If you working, we want to work.
There we go.
Damn it, if I'm the only one working in this business. Because everybody want to be attached to something. It's cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I got to hand the baton at some point. Like, grab this bitch.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Yeah.
Seriously.
She has been a godsend, man. Like I said, with everything I was going through this week, looking out videos, still getting up there, whatnot, still checking in on me. Yeah,
and that's
man.
what I get, of course, on this side. I be having crazy weeks, but that fucking page gets populated pretty regularly.
Absolutely. Here we go.
And
That's
I don't have
the
to,
Yep.
push a button. So that's love. That's love. Shout out to us for that's why, and that's the other thing when you talk about what we was talking about before you got on air.
Right.
People still got to build teams, and sometimes the team is just one other person, but people don't have that luxury of even somebody to bounce things off of or to help pace things with.
Yeah.
It's a passion thing though, too, man.
Yeah.
It's really like, honestly, that's so, like I said, we were talking about before we went on air.
Mm-hmm. And we talking about motivating other people in this space.
Yeah. So I mean, the entirety of it is that a lot of it is fly by night, and it's whatever the latest trend is with a lot of people. So sometimes it really doesn't have anything to do with us maybe not setting the right precedent. Maybe it's just the fact that they're not the people that are into it like this. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? You
know how many guys I've talked to, and they have nice platforms.
Yeah.
But they started because they broke up with their girl.
Yo.
Or you know what I mean?
Right.
And they took it serious. But imagine how many people just had one thing or one set of things they wanted to get off.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And thought like, this is the way to do it, and I'm gonna be able to just talk because I can talk.
Well,
and then realize like they gets a little deeper than talking.
I feel like one of the biggest issues that a lot of podcasters run into is they think all you have to do is talk, and they try to pay somebody to do the tech end of things, and they quickly find out, one, that's very expensive. Like, it is not easy nor quick to edit a video, so you got to pay for somebody's time.
And as a civilian, it's not easy to recoup them costs
at all. At all.
Yep,
so
not at all.
If people actually realize the amount of YouTubers that edit their own stuff, and I'm not saying like now that they're big they're still editing their own videos every day, but
right
like when Kai started streaming, he was managing his own YouTube page. Like, he was putting his own videos up, he was editing his own videos.
He was in college and he was committed to putting out 2 videos a day.
I remember seeing that. Yep.
A lot of people don't think about that stuff and how much time it actually takes and how technically savvy you actually have to be to do this stuff.
It's very true.
Part of his schedule was, one of his drop times was right before his class, and he used to like wait until the very last second to upload or whatever you had to do, and then run the class so that it would be on time, because I don't think at the time he could preset the upload.
I call that getting money between the raindrops.
I heard that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I really do. Like, I look at it and say, yo, God, it's been plenty of time. So that happens to me a whole lot, because, you start talking about, editing and uploading your own stuff. So every time that I, episode, I want... Listen, I forgive you for any of my followers or fans out there. I'm on a little hiatus right now, whatnot, because I'm getting ready to do episode 200.
Nice.
But
episode 200.
Yeah. So the funny thing about it though is, I have been there's been times where you might it's supposed to be weekly, but I want to let everybody know, even if you're planning on getting into this field, into this content creation. It's not light work. It's not light work.
No.
You're going to put the work in. You're going to put the work in big time. It's going to be a little heavier at times, and sometimes whatever you're dealing with is contingent upon maybe your process on your computer, maybe the program that you're using, maybe the fact in your time period. So what I say is I come in, if I record on Sunday, I come in on Tuesday night after working a 12-hour day, edit it up real quick, and then I'm rendering it down, and that rendering might take
raindrops.
It's the raindrops. That's the raindrops, and I'm hoping that I don't fall asleep before. But if I fall asleep, that's cool because it's going up on Wednesday anyway. Then all of a sudden you shift over and say, okay, when I get in from work on Wednesday, that's when we're putting it up.
Right.
So this is me doing it myself.
Pacing
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah, right. Trying to pace it and put it out, in a respective manner. So it's a lot. It's a lot, man. But I love it.
We juggle the same thing. I hung my head for 5.5, probably more than that years, maybe even 6, on never missing a week. Dropping a pod, right?
Right.
Recently, we started to try to focus more on live streaming and live stream 2-3 times a week. Like we're doing right now, and then not necessarily promising to have the Thursday pod every week. But even with that being said, I think we've only really missed 2 weeks, right?
Right.
And that was cool. Now, recently, I interviewed Carla Gamble.
Okay.
You know who she is?
That is Kenny Gamble's. Is it related to Kenny Gamble?
I don't know. I didn't ask her.
I sound like it. Yeah.
But she's a very talented singer in the city.
Okay.
She does all the major whatever. If it's at the City Hall or the Art Museum, she's on stage, and Suzanne Christine probably around there too.
Okay.
But great interview. Went awesome. Didn't save. It wouldn't shut down. When we went to stop it, it just kept swirling.
Oh no.
Yep. Whole program crashed.
Whole interview down D drain. I don't know this young lady. She introduced herself to me at an event with Dice Rawhead one night. Okay. And I knew who she was. I didn't know her. So this is our first time kicking it and all that. But she was very gracious. Right. Because it happened. We let her know because it happened while she was here. Yeah. She's gonna come back through. But like stuff like that happens. And if I'm doing that on a Tuesday and I'm supposed to drop that on a Thursday, I can't get her back here Wednesday. Man. This woman has a schedule. You see what I'm saying?
No, you're right.
So stuff happens.
Yeah, it does.
You got to give yourself grace, but what you try to do is be as consistent as possible.
And
you try to be forthcoming with the audience.
Now, let me be clear. There have only been, in the history of Sippin' with Sammie, there have only been 3 episodes that we recorded or tried to record that didn't come out. 3.
Wow.
And this was one of them.
Which is a blessing in itself.
No, it is.
Technology is technology. I don't complain. Man. And I'm not the technology bull, so I got to go with it. You see what I'm saying?
No, absolutely. Because here's the thing. The two of y'all are in a situation when you're on top of it. I'm not even going to lie to you. And this has nothing to do, I'm not blaming on anybody. But I know. I'm blaming the microphone too. Listen. But I look at it and say, because it's just me, I've had power outages. I've had somebody trip over the camera, knock the camera out. I forgot I had some of the best shit popping, and forgot to turn the audio on. Like the whole thing is. I mean, we killing it. I'm like, oh, this is the greatest thing ever. I look over at the I probably was using like the road recorder at one time. I look over at the road recorder.
Ain't one red button on there.
Not a red button going on. I'm laughing. I'm like, oh my goodness, I cannot believe this.
I'll do you one.
Yeah.
Imagine being in the middle of knowing you got shit to edit and we got to buy a new computer and get it here.
Yeah.
Whole new laptop.
Wow.
While we ship this one off to get service.
Yeah.
We ain't got time to wait on it. Damn. So another $5,000 or some shit, whatever.
Yeah.
That's literally why I have 2 laptops now.
It's stupid, bro. Be like, this is why the motherfucking the people that do this, like all the DJs, all the producers, this is why they got 8 laptops.
Yes.
You start to understand.
DJ and I pulled out like 5 MacBooks on me the other day. He was about to did his program a couple weeks ago.
Right.
And he was on there trying to get right. And I don't know what wasn't going right on one of them.
Yeah.
But this nigga pulled out 2 more with stickers all over.
He had a backup for backup. Yep.
And I'm like, yo.
He had a backup for backup.
He's sitting there plugging this, plugging that. All right, we good?
Yep.
All right. And I'm like, yo, that would drive me crazy. And that's a lot of money.
But you know what the funny thing about it is? That you're looking at it from an outsider's point of view on his side of things. Imagine if he was looking at what you had to do in here if it was a snafu. That's the issue. So if you looking at it, you like, damn, like I don't imagine what I thought. They couldn't imagine something go out in here and all this shit going on in here that you got to figure out. A lot of people ain't, and the patience is don't be there, whatnot. I've had people looking at me like, yo, I'm like, all right, relax for a second. This is out. This ain't working. Give me a second. Let me change the cord. Whether it's a microphone or XLR mic, whether microphone cord, whether it's one of my cameras is acting a little wonky. You know what I'm saying? Something, anything. So it's it's a thing, man.
It's a real thing, bro.
Right now, we've actually been having electricity issues.
Okay.
There's been some power work going on in the area. And it's
My
to the
lights
point
went
where,
dumb and shit. I was like, what the fuck?
lights have been going dim.
Yeah.
Certain pieces of my crucial equipment will just stop working out of nowhere.
Wow.
Computer wasn't working.
The
for me.
soundboard, we couldn't work all of last week.
See, you know what it is though, and that's the reason why I said I'm gonna be like you when I grow up. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna tell you why I wouldn't. Because really, learning patience is one thing, and I understand that, But I think that what needs to happen is that, see this information that we're sharing right now? There is, I used to believe that, you know how when you go online, somebody be like, hey, if you want to start your podcast, you know what I mean? Click this link, da-da-da-da. Or if you want to get 1 million subscribers, click this link. What about the people that have started and feel like they're alone in the dark with actually trying to navigate their way around content creation? That's a big deal. Like, all the shit we talking about is first world problems to somebody that doesn't know any better. But all in all, it can help a lot of people.
I don't mind teaching or sharing.
Right.
Definitely would love a paywall on it though. Because I'm a community sharer. I was told a long time ago by my cousin, damn near 20 years ago, he said, bro, you sit in this car and smoke with motherfuckers and you give them advice that people get paid for every time I'm with you. He said, that there's a number for that. Like you could put a number on that. And I'm like, well, that's a consultation fee or whatever kind of fee. Yeah. I'm kicking it with people that I want to have this information. Right.
Makes sense.
I don't feel guilty like I'm missing money. Now, that thing go up to the
the randos don't get it for you. Listen. It's a podcast
it
geek
could be
squad,
$199.
For real.
It could be $199. I don't need a $10 window.
Listen.
Paywall.
Or how about this? And then we could even stop talking about that because I don't want nobody to steal the idea. But make a Discord, put it in a Discord, $1.99 and whatnot, go on once a week and say, listen, start a curriculum.
That'll be, why I like the Discord idea? Because the easiest way, it's like spades. The easiest way to teach this shit is for people to ask questions. Because I can give you I could talk for 30 minutes about doing this shit. Yeah. But if I'm talking to people, as you said, that have already started,
there we go.
Then I'm wasting 15 of them minutes. See what I'm saying? Because 15 of that is just directed towards what I've done, I guess. Not what you need. People because I'm telling you what I could provide. You look at why you clicked on here. Man. You know what I can provide. Let's talk about what y'all trying to figure out.
And they'll pay for it too.
Counterpart.
So
they'll pay for it too, man. For real,
would be perfect.
Yep.
For those of you who are looking for some free advice, there are some really great subreddits that I recommend subscribing to. There is the YouTube Partnered Program Reddit, where you can interface and ask questions to some of the biggest YouTube creators in the world.
Didn't we qualify for that?
We're in there.
Yeah, we in there.
We in there. Don't worry, we in there.
That's new to us.
Light flex.
No, the Reddit's not new.
No, I'm talking about us being added to the.
No, you're talking about the curriculum.
Yeah, the curriculum.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
still light flex on.
YouTube has a new vertical live course coming soon, where they have a couple of creators that they have shortlisted for a new vertical live program where they become vertical live affiliates.
Right.
And have a dedicated YouTube page manager that works with them towards cultivating their YouTube live following. That's the one that we just qualified for.
And it's free.
Yes, and it's like a 12-week course program.
And they chose us.
Yes.
So shout out to them, you know what I'm saying?
I said I want to be like you when I
shout out
grow up. Shout out
we
to that.
love YouTube.
No, that was I was actually surprised because she had to explain to me what it was. But
listen.
And it looks like one of those emails that you would otherwise just ignore. Like every day you get an email that's like, oh, I saw your page.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it was one of those, but I read it.
That's cool, man.
No,
That's
would
cool.
be dope. What is Taya saying? We won't want to leave her out the conversation.
She
then
said,
we're going to get into a topic.
She said, I hear that all the time, talking about the need to share information with other creators. And then she said, that's real, that's fire.
No, it is what it is. Cause I love us. Like my people, I love them. If I want to have you on here more than once, then I fuck with you and I want you to
appreciate
win.
that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, it's no problem to talk to people that's around me. And if I got a couple drinks in me, you paid for them. You might have paid for the advice. I don't fucking know. But I'm gonna talk about it anyway. I be in here with her driving her the fuck crazy.
This is true.
I'm gonna talk about it anyway because some of it is me talking myself through it. I'll tell you. You'll ask me something. I start telling you, so I realize some shit I need to do. Hold the fuck up.
Yeah.
Damn it, that was brilliant.
But you know what the funny thing is? It's always an idea is always more brilliant when you have the means to perform it. That's where they're like, honestly. So when I say these things are particularly big, when you look at them and you say like, damn, all right, we should do this. It's not like way off the beaten path. It's like, oh, all right, yeah, we do what we're doing now. Maybe take a little bit of a different road, and it could reap more of a benefit. So I mean, it is what it is.
I think when you're doing things as far as usually, I guess, entertainment, when you're buying instruments or you're buying technology,
right? You
got to know how to build. A lot of people want the $5,000 to get the whole thing. Sometimes you got to buy it piece by piece. And even for kids, I tell them, like, you know, teenagers or whatever that got their own pods or want their own pods, I'm like, start asking for different shit for your birthday and Christmas.
You ain't never lied. You ain't never, ever lied.
You asking for $300 sneakers and they getting them. You know what you could get that could help you with your situation for $150, $80, and another $40?
Yep. You know how much stuff in here
see what I'm saying?
Gifted to me?
Yeah, no,
birthdays,
no,
like real shit.
No, it's the fact.
And as an adult, you prioritize shit. If you're somebody that need all the latest drops, sometimes you gotta take 6 months off of the drops. Maybe you need to sell your sneaker collection. I don't fucking know. Or 2 pair.
Listen,
get that $5,000 you be worried about before you scared to spend the $200 at a time.
My son. No, but it's funny. It's funny, right? My son in college, right? Play ball, and he got jokes all the time. But he always got jokes. He like, and I told him, I said, yo, I give you $125, and I can take $125, and since you think you that much to shit, what you got on, since I pay for it anyway, I dress you under the table with this little $125.
I like them challenges.
He said, you can't dress better than me. I said, it's not even about what I'm going to buy. It's about the fact that I'm gonna get something and I'll put it together well. I'm like, you still a rookie in this. You feel like the more expensive the shit, the better it is. So there's a lot of, I'm saying all that to say that it's all about what you make important, what you prioritize. Yeah, because I be like, yo, I wish I would go out there. You know, I bought him a pair of $300 Jordans. You know what I'm saying? You know, for Christmas. I wish I would pay $300 for a pair of fucking
for yourself.
What?
And that's why I love my dad. My dad ain't buy himself shit, but he bought us all the bullshit.
Yo, you know what I could get? But that $350, I'm copping up, dog. That's a new mic or two. That might be, you know what I mean?
For $350, I'm getting 7, maybe 8 pairs of sneakers.
Exactly.
You don't even understand. I am a savage.
That's what I said
on the Puma site. I will fucking blow that bitch up. They be sending me so much shit. They be like, "You pay what?" Bro, I don't care. And every time I wear something, niggas like, "What's that?"
Yup, exactly.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yup.
You paying $500 to have his shit on? 8 niggas in the same section of the room got on the same shoes as you.
Exactly.
And y'all want the same shit.
Yup. That's what it is.
Might want to stand out.
That's what I said. Why,
I don't know.
Why fit
but
in
I
when
don't
you
judge
stand
the youngins
out?
because they know what they know. Like, they don't even look at Jordans the way we look at Jordans. Them J's.
Yeah.
They not even attached to the man no more. They just J's.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah, that's what's strange. My daughter like them. I'm like, you don't even know what Michael Jordan look like.
I had a thought. That's crazy. I had a thought in Wawa the other day. Literally, like 2 days ago, I was in Wawa.
Right.
And I forget. I guess it was something I was listening to. And I'm like, I remember when sneakerhead meant that you had a fetish for sneakers.
Right.
That you bought all the sneakers that you liked. Now, sneakerhead means hype beast.
Right.
So I wouldn't be considered a sneakerhead with my 300 pair of sneakers that everybody else ain't fucking trying to outbid.
But so let me get this straight. So you could have 300 pairs of shit that you feel like is fly. But if you had 10 pairs of what everybody else thinks is fly, then then you a sneakerhead. It's the
weirdest shit in the world.
Yeah,
Mind you, when I was buying Jordans and all that, I was buying 2 and 3 pairs back then anyway.
Yeah, nah, I don't like that.
I never stood in line though.
Yeah,
I don't stand in line.
Yeah, stand in line for a pair of shoes.
I don't like standing in line for roller coasters. You can kiss my ass.
No, I ain't gonna hold you. Just color them this fly. I don't know if you've been to Florida, got on the Velocicoaster. That shit fly.
I haven't, but I do roller coasters.
Yeah,
I just don't like lines. Period. Even for shit that requires a line.
I don't blame you.
I don't like it.
I don't blame you.
I'm not volunteering for lines. That stupid. And I'm giving y'all my money, and you probably gonna look at me funny when I walk through the door or something, like I'm about to steal it.
Right,
Like,
right.
I'd be pissed I slept overnight and I walk in and y'all got your eyes on me like.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. But
Y'all
another
hit the
thing,
nigga.
no, but another thing is I would be upset or whatnot because people wait peacefully overnight and then they open the doors, they still get trampled. I'm like, dog, I'm trying to tell you.
Or the 3 niggas in front of you got the only size 10s.
Yo.
That's wild.
Yeah,
I can't even. I ain't got nothing to say about that. I
that
can't even
11
imagine.
and the patent leather ain't the same, bro. It's gonna crease funny.
Yeah.
It's gonna crease funny in the patent leather. I'm just saying.
I wear 13, so it's a
You got a different
it's
outfit.
be all-
They
yeah,
only
exactly.
sell 1 and 2 pairs for your size all the time.
at all times. So that's why I said I'm not even
I
in a
work the
rush.
stock room at a sneaker store.
Yeah,
I
I'm
know how
not.
they
I'm not
treat
even
y'all.
in a rush. I'm good.
No half sizes. Matter of fact, you wear what, 13? I'm gonna bring you what we got at 13. I bring out 4 boxes. What you want?
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's how it was back.
It is what it is, though, man.
Let's
For
get
real.
into some topics, man. We need your expertise, man.
Oh,
and
man.
Kay is excited about some of this stuff.
Well, I feel like it's only right because Cash isn't here
we
yet
get
that
the
we start with
sports out the
sports.
Oh, Cash ain't in the sports.
He don't keep up.
Oh, listen.
He likes sports. He doesn't keep up with sports.
Oh boy.
I've had years like that recently though, when I couldn't keep up with shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know what? Sometimes. So basketball. I ain't gonna lie to you. Basketball does that to me a lot.
Yeah, because it's random.
Yeah, it's random.
Niggas
Shit
make
happens.
time for Sunday is football day.
Oh my gosh.
Or Saturday or Sunday, depending if you watch college or not.
Man, I've played, coached, raised a son that's in college playing. You know what I mean? And football is life.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it. I feel like it actually is a great conduit or reflection of what life is. You know what I mean? Like your fellow man standing next to you went out to help out for one great cause. Like I think it's a big deal.
And the whole chessboard effect. Man.
Listen.
And one thing I heard when I was young from one of my coaches, I might have been 12.
Yeah.
He said most people play sports how they live life.
Ooh.
If I could take that ball from you on the court, you just gonna give it up. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think that as much as we learn from sport,
Right.
we learn more about us.
You're right. I agree.
You learn what kind of dog you are in a fight.
So it's funny that you say that, right? Because I get mad now. My son has been all pub, all state. You know what I mean?
Shit.
Football on scholarship or whatnot. And he's an offensive lineman. You know what I'm saying? He's 6'3". He's 320 right now, right?
Sheesh.
The thing is, so
This nigga had a Mindstar.
yeah, I know.
That's
Shit's
that's
a big ass
big
kid.
Birthed a
kid.
Mindstar.
Yeah, he's a big ass kid.
That's
So
a big kid.
So yeah, shout out to him. Maybe 21 in 2 weeks or what? That's crazy.
God bless that young
Yeah,
man,
I know
yo.
it's crazy. So the thing is, though, back then, going through the rigmarole of everything. The one thing, especially in our culture, is we don't pay enough respect to the offensive lineman.
Right.
Not at all.
That's a
Because
fact.
right, he's a 6'3". He's only 6'3" though. So they looking for 6'5" to 6'7" guys.
Right.
So that kind of hindered him when it came to some of the particular offers that he got. He got plenty of offers, but it wasn't the offers like a lot of the offers that he wanted. So instead of going with the the lower ranked D1 that was going to try to
He
get
got to
him
have a
in,
better technique than all the rest of them niggas
No.
in order to be considered as.
he is
So he must be nice.
capital nasty.
You see what I'm saying?
like for real, capital nasty.
Like he got to be nice.
But it's that the thing about it is that so my cousin came up to me actually, at my pop funeral was like, yeah, he was like, we still playing offensive line. I said, bro, this little nigga is all world, dog. I said, for real, what's up, man? How you feeling, man? Like I said, give him if you give him 2 years, you would be able to plug him somewhere on somebody's NFL roster.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, if he can stay healthy. I said, but you got to understand.
It's always
He's like,
the conduit.
he never thought about going D tackle. I said, dog, it's 2 different types of dogs you are.
This is what I'm
Right,
saying.
right. But you got the aggressor and you got the protector. Mm-hmm. He's a protector, which is sterile. The mic's go out. Okay, with that. That's the aggressor.
Sorry,
and
I'm trying to add Cash's mic in.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
you got the aggressor and you got the protector. Still sharp and still though. Everybody that he's going up against.
Hold on. Hold on.
Okay.
There you go.
Everybody that he's going up against in the entirety of him playing football has been guys. You got dude that I used to coach or whatnot that's going to the league next year. Play for Penn State, Abdul Carter.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? Abdul Carter They used to bang heads. Ken Talley, he played for Michigan State. I think he just transferred. You got Elijah Judy, plays for Nebraska. He used to play for Texas A&M. You know what I mean? His cousin is Tyreek Chappelle that plays for Texas A&M now. It's a thing. So when these kids were still sharpening still, it was like, dog,
that sound like the swords of motherfucking Game of Thrones.
He found his niche. He found his niche, and y'all still so stuck up on what you feel as if is the thing. I'm like, dog, don't you know that offensive lineman's career lasts way longer. It's a lot of money to get, and they the second highest paid player, bar for bar, dollar for dollar on the offense.
And you want to talk about top 5 players on the field? Running back off the field quicker than any fucking body.
He never lied.
So let's really talk about who get paid what and how long they last and how they wind up after their career. Like, if you on the O-line holding it down, you on the O-line holding it down. Shit come with that.
Jordan,
but that's 8 years. That's 8 years.
Jordan Mailata has made.
That's not 3 years.
Right.
Running back is 3 to 5.
Yep.
I think people don't realize that.
Right.
Jordan Mailata has made $130 million over the past 5 years.
See?
He had a contract. They fulfilled it. Then he read up.
And he read up for a decent joint, but the position is still underpaid. We understand that. Everything under quarterback, wide receiver in the NFL is underpaid. They find a way to do running backs dirty nowadays.
Yeah.
They manipulate what year you have to re-sign so that it puts you on the back end.
unless you got somebody that turn on the afterburners, like this is
unless you are one of them.
One of them.
And when I say one of them, that means top 3. Top 3.
Top 3 is crazy. Because the funny thing about it, when you start looking at top 3, even 2 and 3 is interchangeable. Because one single-handedly is running a team into the Super Bowl.
Yep.
One is running a team.
There's one Saquon.
There's only one Saquon.
There's one Saquon this season.
And is he the oldest out of all of them? He might be the oldest.
But that's what I be saying about the
yeah. So he's the oldest out of the
career span. People don't realize a good running back 3 to 6 years. A great one gets 10 off.
You might get 11 out of Saquon.
Yep.
You might get 11 good, like productive, like two, like.
But what's funny is
the deal on the good.
Saquon, the good
Saquon is so intelligent, and we've seen this happen in the recent years. Some of these motherfuckers is like, I'm done.
Right.
Yeah.
I got my paper. It's 7 years. I know what happens after 8. I'm cool right now.
Yeah.
And like, you don't never know where that'll land. You got to get what you pay that man. Incentivize him to run again.
Yeah.
Stop playing with their money.
Jeffrey Lurie did the good thing, man. First thing he said is,
he acted good.
He said, you know what, dog? He said, I'm happy to be here. They cut the check. They cut the check. He said, I just needed some stability for my family.
Right.
That's a big deal, man. That's a big deal.
All right, let's get into talking about these playoffs.
More loyal than a hungry dog.
So, this weekend we had some great matchups on the
C-Cash in the building.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What's
What's
up
up with y'all? I'm sorry I was late. Had some daddy shit going on and all that, but I'm here.
My God. Go ahead, Ken.
All right, so we had some great matchups. On the AFC side, we had the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Texans, and then the Bills versus the Ravens. The Chiefs won, and the Bills won in a very close game. Then on the NFC side, we had the Lions versus the Commanders, where the Commanders upset the Lions.
I hate their name.
And then we had the Eagles versus the Rams. Obviously,
We had the who?
our birds won.
Yeah.
That part.
Yeah.
So what did you think about the 4 games of this weekend?
Mr. Know-It-All, I'll let you spark it.
You know what? I see that other topic, so I ain't even gonna take it there yet because I'm already gonna
as
talk.
long as you know what we gonna.
Yeah, no, because I was gonna say something, and I was like, I'll leave that last. Then I'll leave that game for last, and I guess we could all talk about that.
Then we'll
later.
all talk about
Yeah,
that.
Right.
yeah. The Lions.
We'll start there.
All right. So I said something to my son, right, and it's the craziest thing in the world. And sometimes I just be talking shit because I feel as if that when you got a young boy that look up to you, sometimes you can feed him some of your banter. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll just listen to it.
It's part of the fun of being in that position. Like,
No, absolutely,
right.
absolutely. And he knows his dad talks all the time and whatnot.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Well, we
So So I'm sitting up there with my 20-year-old son, and I'm telling him, I say, yo, the Lions have not given their pound of flesh for their Super Bowl yet.
Ooh.
So I believe heavily
You are
in
manipulative. Fuck.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Because listen, I believe in divine intervention.
All
I really,
right.
really do. I'm one of them people.
Yeah, that's
that
why
feel like-
Shaq never lands a punch. Never mind.
You know what? That makes a lot of sense. We can go back to that. Yeah, go back to that. Yo. But no. So the thought process that I'm thinking about is like, look at everybody that went through a drought that actually got good, but never quite got there. That's like, so there. To me, I'm gonna give you 3 teams, and these teams have never given their pound of flesh. But there are 2 that have been at the precipice but still haven't done it. That's the Lions and that's the Buffalo Bills.
It's a fact.
They haven't given. Something has to give. So
Hold
the
up,
Eagles
hold up.
were in that lane for a
I
long
feel like
time
Buffalo
too.
deserved one by now. Now, I'm not saying this year,
Uh-huh.
but when the Cowboys was running crazy, Buffalo was making it to the Super Bowl.
So
So what is the
year.
pound of flesh that they gotta
exactly.
get?
Kay, I'm glad you asked
That's
me
why I
that.
need
So
to
listen.
know.
So this is what it is. The Eagles in 2017 gave their pound of flesh
Patriots?
against the Patriots when they won the Super Bowl.
Deflategate.
So no, it wasn't Deflategate. It was Carson Wentz's career. Carson Wentz's career was the Eagles' pound of flesh. And what I mean by that is that
It sound like Illuminati.
no, it's not Illuminati. It's not Illuminati. It's not Illuminati. No, it's
I was
just
gonna say that sounds a little grotesque.
no.
but all right.
Listen, it's just yeah, it's kind of wild that it paused that whole thing.
Yeah.
But it's as simple as this, right? When you got a team that's good, that's great, that's built to win, right? And you've never won. It will never ever be as simple as it being y'all good, y'all better than everybody else, y'all get in there and y'all just go and win. No, something has to happen.
So
That's the pound of flesh. Something has. So with the just like Carson Wentz, you know what I mean? What we are 11-2 at the time.
Yep.
He's on a epic run. His is rookie season, but he's on an epic run. He goes to dive into the end zone against the Rams. You know what I mean? You know,
ironically.
bangs his knee up.
Yep.
Never is the same again.
Yep.
Never ever is the same again.
That's a
But that year, very year, Nick Foles steps in, takes us, and wins the Super
And
Bowl.
nobody had that.
Nobody had that happen.
Nobody had that.
So that's what
Now-
I mean by the pound of flesh.
So, and that's crazy. I'm glad you finished that before I ask my question.
Right.
So for Detroit this year, right? Started out looking like, for all intents and purposes, Megatron of a team, or like what's the shit? The Transformers, the Voltron.
Yeah,
They look like
right.
the superstars. Was
Megazord.
all, Megazord was all lined up together,
Yeah.
and was pushing down the field, and you couldn't stop this train.
Yeah.
And then this one went down, that one went down, these 2 went down,
Yep.
these 3 went down, one more went down. Somebody
Yep.
came back, went back down. Like, is that the pound of flesh for the next run?
Nope, because they actually got better as that was happening. The defense didn't matter. Like,
Next man up worked, but did they get better if it didn't matter this week?
so we want Jared Goff. That's it. Jared Goff is the pound of flesh. I've seen everything that you could possibly see.
He is sacrificing athlete.
They've taken away key factors. Then they lost their running back too at one point.
Montgomery,
right?
yeah,
Montgomery.
he
They
went
lost
down.
their running back at
And
one
what's
point.
the name went down too that used to have the blue hair?
Yeah, what you call it? So they taken everybody is going down left and right, but they still were able. Not only were they still winning, it was blowing teams the fuck out. Good
Crazy.
teams,
I'm telling
good
you.
teams too.
Train.
So my thing was even against Washington, I said to myself, I said, yo, bro, if they rock out Washington, even as good as Jaden Daniels is, they're going to have to keep up. And the shit didn't work this time. Something didn't work. The defense finally caught up with them this time, but because they haven't given that pound of flesh.
I don't feel-
My conspiracy theory part of it is that if Jared Goff goes down, the Lions win.
What did your damn son say when you told him that? And I don't mean to damn your son, but
He
like,
agreed.
That was crazy. That word.
Because like
He agreed.
Yeah, I
he
don't mean to
agreed.
damn him.
No. He good, but he agreed though because he said he was like, "Well, damn, that do make sense."
All
Because I correlated it so much to when we won, when the Eagles won, and when what happened with Brady.
Yeah.
He said that's what he said to me. He said, "Well, how do you explain Tom Brady?"
Uh-huh.
I said, "Drew Bledsoe."
So look,
Am I wrong?
I mean, you use two specific examples to prove something that is supposed to be an overarching theory. So, I mean, you could do that with your son because he tried in that part of the conversation anyway. But my thing is, all right, you ever seen I Heart Huckabees?
No.
Crazy. Mark Wahlberg, and it's a weird movie, but it's about the theory between everybody's on their own path versus everything in the atmosphere affects everything in the atmosphere.
Okay.
Two different modes of thinking.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So if you think that way, how about I'm thinking go back to the most fundamental thing.
Right.
Your time is your time. Whether Jaden Daniels wins a Super Bowl or not, this might be his time to have the best rookie season as a quarterback that any quarterback has as a young black man when we a handful of years off of the back of saying that they don't want black quarterbacks and having the biggest rookie class of quarterbacks that was all elite at one time. So I think some things happen for the overarching picture more so than your team.
I believe that too, though.
As opposed to sacrificing motherfuckers.
But I believe that. You know what's funny? No, listen. But I believe that too. No, listen. I believe both things.
As opposed to the pound of flesh.
No.
A pound, nigga?
Pound of flesh.
How many ounces of blood can I lose before I'm out of here?
But listen,
I'm going to be a pickup line. Like,
because I believe
ready
that
to give up your pound of flesh. No,
that's how Diddy get him.
Yikes.
That's how Diddy did him.
Shit.
You need a pound of flesh and you don't get no contract.
But I believe that. Yeah, that's kind of wild.
We ain't dropping your single.
Well, shit. I'm about to say, oh, no, I was saying, we talking about football then. I said, we talking about football. You talking about you ain't getting your contract, then explain Kirk Cousins.
Nigga.
All right, then.
You got it. All right, back to the rest of the playoff game.
But yeah.
Good talk.
I'm just saying.
Good talk.
But I believe what you're saying, though, too, because I do believe that what is for you is for you. But what I do also believe is that for every yin, there's a yang. For every cause, there is an effect. For every Libra scale, there is a balancing act that needs to happen.
And some of these things come from dark places to bring.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because as done above is done below.
Absolutely.
I understand, bro. I'm
Absolutely.
with you. Your Illuminati talk got me Rihanna out.
All right, so
where's my umbrella? Anyway.
If you tuned into our live last week, Sam actually picked... Well, while we both picked the Lions to win, Sam had this game as his dark horse upset. He did say that the Commanders had a chance, so he was the only one out of us who picked this correctly. I thought for sure the Lions had this. I thought the Lions were going to knock us out, to be honest. That was my prediction in this entire Super Bowl run, was the Lions were going to knock us out. But now... yeah, after this Sunday, I'm a little scared of the Commanders.
Can I tell you how dope you are?
Huh?
Because you reminded me that I didn't even remember that.
Oh, for real?
But it plays into what I just said. What I say is, like, that was probably based on the thinking of, it looked like it's young boy time. It looked like when you win 5 games in a row on the last play of the game as a rookie.
Right.
When shit is ugly, and I
Clutch me.
They just won yesterday.
Yeah.
This motherfucker walked off the field like it was the second game of the season, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
no, listen.
Who is his dad? Or uncle or mom? Or, like, who, how you that? They used to call white boy stuff like Joe Cool.
Yeah.
He ain't getting no chill ass name yet, but he that.
So he's one of them, though, too, where he had a hard road during his college career.
No, the college shit was crazy. He
Yeah.
went in the portal and they went nuts on him.
And yeah. And he was getting his ass beat, too. My nephew actually almost ended his college career. You know what I'm saying? Like, I lie to you not.
Y'all be sacrificing people. It's a family thing.
My nephew almost ended up, listen, he ran, like
This nigga saying next to me.
he was cutting to the side. Listen, I lie to you not. Shout out to my nephew, Tyreek Chappelle. He ran.
Shout out to Tyreek.
It was John. He was cutting to the side, trying to get one of them little sideline skippy dude. But my nephew
was ready to clean shit.
My nephew run a 4.22, and he's a corner. And it was, you know what I mean, instead of corner blitz, he came off the route, mopped his ass right up and hyperextended his knee. You know what I'm saying? So that was a situation where they got mad at him, saying like, you try to
how much
aim
I would
him.
hate your nephew right now
Dog.
after seeing what I seen this season from that young man. If he would have stopped him from being able to happen to always get an extra yard to get a first down. This nigga get first downs like it's an accident.
And that's what I'm saying.
It's the weirdest shit.
But it's his frame, though, man. Like,
but
a
it's
nigga that skinny, you can't. It's hard.
What do we see out of
tackle.
Lamar Jackson? We see him trying to be a superhero when he shouldn't.
That's true.
This is composure from a very young kid, yo.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, it is.
And they said we ain't even smart enough to play the position. This nigga is 12 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So I have some comments I want to get to.
I agree. I agree.
Taya said Jaden Daniels' ceiling could be having a historic rookie season.
That could, I mean, there's stories where that happens. I mean, RG3 had a hell of a start and then got injured, right? But RG3 was so small that we kind of predicted that might have been part of his story before he even got to the league.
Ooh, really?
Yeah, a lot of people said RG3, as quick as he was, which he was an unconventional quarterback, especially for an NFL system. We knew that from the gate.
He was.
But it was like, what's his durability if he's going to keep running?
Right.
And he's the smallest motherfucker on the offense.
Right.
There's one other nigga on the field shorter than him.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree and I understand.
That was always a thing. So when he got hurt, it wasn't a surprise.
But it was also...
It wasn't like we was waiting on it.
Who was his coach at the time? Was that
the
Ron Rivera?
I don't know.
Who was his coach?
Look it up, because I don't want to lie.
Because he was getting his ass
I think he had
mopped.
2 of them, though.
Yeah.
I think they switched coaches at some point, but I think it was after his injury, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, let me get back to these comments.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So Meech Castro said,
Meech.
Yo, Meech, what's up, boy?
I knew the Lions would be the Lions. And then he said, eventually he will show that he's a rookie, and that's going to be next week.
Now, saying I know the Lions would be the Lions is saying that in history we've never seen the Lions do nothing. I get that. It'll show next week. It's cool, but we just seen Wilson have a bad game this week, and he ain't had a bad game all fucking season. Like, it happens. It's called any given Sunday. But go ahead.
Yeah.
That doesn't at this point that doesn't do anything to his rookie year legacy, is what I'm saying.
And then he said, my bad. What's up, y'all?
Yeah, you good. Appreciate you, though.
Taya said, playing at the Link during the playoffs is different than anywhere else.
Yeah.
Then Meech said, Neff fast as...
Yeah, that 4-2 comment. You
yeah.
talking about the 4-2.
Yeah. Yo, he's lightning. He's
And then-
lightning, bro.
No, that's crazy.
Taya said, I'm not scared of the Commanders, especially since Mitchell will be back next week.
All right.
And now getting back into... Let's talk about the Eagles game.
Yeah, because I need to know how y'all feel about what's in condition right now. It hurts.
So, let me start this. Me personally, I was in a group chat with my family this weekend. And to be clear, me and my sister-in-law are the only true Eagles fans in my chat. Like, my brother kind of is an Eagles fan by association at this point, but my dad is a Colts and a Giants fan. So
Crazy.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
I love hip hop, but that's crazy.
Yeah, that's a wild one.
That's crazy.
yeah, it's crazy. Anyway, so of course my sister-in-law and I were on the edge of our seats for the entire fourth quarter. To be clear, it was very, very, very possible that we were going to lose this game.
And it was going to... No, go ahead. My bad. I was going to say, since you switched the camera to me, I was going to say, and it was going to be based on mistakes that y'all made earlier in the game where y'all missed field goals. And that's like missing foul shots. It's the worst way to lose a game.
You're not wrong.
I agree with that.
You're not wrong. There's also, again, we ran exactly the same offense that we have been running, that they knew we would run, where we run the ball. Mm-hmm. Did I say the word run enough there?
You said run, run.
Yeah.
Because that's how much they do it. They just run.
Right.
And Saquon Barkley is amazing. He's great. Mm-hmm. We also have 2 fantastic wide receivers who do not get enough attempts.
One of them came in a Honda yesterday. Y'all ain't give him the ball.
We'll get to that. So, personally, when Jalen Hurts got injured, my first reaction, of course, was, oh no. But then my next reaction was, is it oh no?
I'm listening.
Okay.
Because Saquon Barkley can still run the ball with any other quarterback. Our offensive line is still going to be our offensive line, which is
Can't talk of that talk.
amazing. If our third string quarterback goes in, our throwing percentage goes up, even on a snowy day. If we put our second string quarterback in, our throwing percentage goes way up,
Right.
even on a snowy day. And while I do think that a big key to our offense is Saquon Barkley. I'm going to say that one more time because it's very true.
She just turned in a white chocolate stat baby. I don't know what's going on. Go ahead.
No, that was a shot, Kay.
No, she working. She working.
He's not
White
our
chocolate, though?
only offensive threat. And I think it's time that we start spreading the ball around and making them guess a little. That's all.
I think that for every other time.
Y'all know I'm out of this.
Yeah, no, every other time throughout the season, I think you're absolutely right. The only problem that I'm having with this is the very team that once Jalen was taken away, they keyed in on every deficiency that we have without him on the field. The biggest thing that we have going, especially against a defense like Washington, is the RPO. We would have the last game that we played Washington, we would have blown them out. Jalen got hurt. So we ended up bringing in Kenny Pickett. Still almost won.
Everybody was scared of saying, "Who the fuck is he?"
We were one Smitty drop away from winning that game too.
Yep.
So it's not even one of them things where I'm talking about the ball was in his hands and he doesn't drop anything and he just dropped it. So the one thing that I will say though is that the Eagles are a far more dangerous team on offense when Jalen Hurts is on the field because he's a threat to run the ball. Now, even this week, passing was a minute option. There's no way in hell you're getting 250 yards in passing. I mean, Matt Stafford is one of the most accurate tossers of the ball since Tom Brady. He's great. But
that snow affected him.
That snow was affecting him like hell. And
I agree with that.
And we know for a
he
fact
had 2 drives where that snow was whooping his ass.
Like honestly, and there's no way in hell that Jalen is not the quick hitch, get the ball out of his hand quick guy. There's no way in hell that he would have done anything special with that ball, without us being able to run it. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna tell you, I really, really believe that the way that we beat Washington is the same way that we beat LA. Is that you key in on, and you actually have to have a spy for Jaden Daniels. But I mean, other than that, I think that keep the main thing the main thing. You know what I mean? As a matter of fact, I think they go all the way to the Super Bowl with playing the same way. I love 50 passing yards from Jaden from Hurts. I love 200 yards from Saquon. I just think that it's just a formula to win because there's only but so much that the defense can keep stopping the guy that sooner or later is going to break one out of you. It's the Adrian Peterson effect.
Yep.
And remember what happened when the Vikings were 13-3 and Brett Favre on 2nd and 4 decided he wanted to throw the fucking ball instead of giving it to the best back in the league. Or let's even take it after that. Let's take it to the damn Seattle Seahawks who had Marshawn Lynch on a tear but wanted to throw the ball instead of handing it off to him.
But you know what's weird, and I know it's off topic. I just want to say this.
Right.
In all of football history, since we've had common sense about football, if that motherfucker get you there and he could get you through, give him the ball and reward him for getting you there. That was the most disrespectful shit in the world not to give Marshawn that ball at that point, yo. That was like writing on the wall, and we seen what happened after that.
And winning is just a thing. I want you to answer me a question. Do you remember, and Kate, maybe you don't know this too, you remember Baltimore Ravens' first Super Bowl that they won. Ray Lewis was on that team. I think Ray Lewis might have been in the second season, something like that. Y'all know who the quarterback was?
Fuck, no.
I know his name. I'm asking if anybody knows.
Name Faulkner?
No.
Yeah.
No. Who was the quarterback?
Went all the way to the Super Bowl doing the same shit and won it that way. It was fucking Elvis Grbac.
I didn't know that.
Elvis Grbac.
This nigga sound like he hosts Jeopardy.
Like exactly.
That's crazy.
He took that team. That fucking team was like fucking 14-2 that year. Took them all the way to the bowl and won it handily.
Damn, that's crazy.
Great defense, mediocre quarterback. And I'm not saying that Jalen is mediocre. What I'm saying is that sometimes we got to keep the main thing the main thing. Stick to the strong suits.
Is Jalen, first of all, came back last week, didn't look 100%.
Right.
Some of those things look like possibly concussion protocol type of things. Right?
You think he scrambled?
I think he's the decision making, or not even the decision making, the willingness to try to win the game versus trying to not lose the game has changed in him in the last 2 weeks in his performance on the field. Now, you just said a whole lot of run, and him being the best offensive threat because he always has the threat to use his legs, which we know that's a thing.
Okay.
It was a knee injury.
Yes.
A possible tear, whether slight or whatever, it might be meniscus, we don't know, but that leg looked crazy. You seen how it happened?
No, it was bad. It was bad business.
You know what I'm saying? Now, we also seen Paige Buekers get a similar injury a couple weeks ago, and she right back.
Yeah.
But this is football.
Right.
And a lot of times, you don't wore on that knee way before that happened. Now we're talking about swelling management. We're talking about flights and managing swelling. Let's keep it real.
Yeah.
Is he hurt?
He's hurt. He been hurt.
Does that make him the best option still?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. You know the reason why is whatnot? Because you'll have to bend that shit backwards to an L in order to stop him.
Is my indifference fair?
I think he's the best option because it's in system.
Yes, and that's the issue. Thank you, Kate. I'm glad you said that. That's what it is.
The second string quarterback didn't limit as much of the playbook as people assumed it would either.
Third string quarterback better than both of them.
I was gonna say the
that's
third string's
the
better.
one she loves.
Yeah. I mean,
That's the one she fuck with.
He's better than both of them at throwing the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because he's 6'5".
Yeah.
That's another thing. What Jalen has problems because all the guys in front of him are 10 inches taller than him. You know what I mean?
And let me be clear, he's our future too.
Oh yeah, he's definitely that kid. That kid's nice.
He's our future.
He's quiet, and you know what I mean. He doesn't really. I don't think. Here's the thing. I think he's better than both of them at throwing the ball around. But his demeanor is not the type to say, "Yo, I'm." Yeah, that was wild. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. No, I get it. Hey yo. Listen, just let me know.
Yo.
I said, hey yo.
Hey yo.
Nah, go ahead.
No,
Yeah.
but you right.
Yeah. So, but his demeanor would not allow him to be like, "Hey, coach, I'm going to challenge the number one guy for them." Nah, that's not him. But Tanner McKee get it done. Oh, Tanner McKee can Nick Foles this shit to death, and I'm telling you right now, and it will be ugly.
The weird part is
It will be ugly.
The weird part is 2 would have to be outed to get 3, and nobody got time for that.
Man,
I don't know if that's true anymore.
honestly,
I don't think they gonna skip no more. I mean, this year.
I'm gonna tell you. First and foremost,
Not no more.
the only reason why, so they act like Tanner McKee wasn't available. They said they took him off the depth chart. He didn't do anything to get injured.
You know why?
Of course.
That's what I'm saying. They're not doing it this year. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I think if it's a Super Bowl,
I'm
run,
not
they're
arguing
doing
with
it.
you. You just made my point.
Yeah, Super Bowl, all hands on deck.
Yeah, you
all
just made
hands
my
on
point.
deck. And I see, and even if that's the case, I see some fluke shit happening where maybe he'll do something and go down with a little fake knee injury or something like that and let Tanner McKee come in there.
I can see that happening.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just.
If they touch you, stay down. You know how it go.
Absolutely.
Play dead.
Absolutely.
Okay, what else we got? More games we ain't talk about yet.
Yeah, and to catch you guys up, I got the
chat.
chat mad, but it's okay.
What you yeah, could you talk about our man? Like we need him to actually be.
You
got
gotta
to
read some of that. It looked like the same
So
person.
Taya said AJ dropped 2 passes in all caps.
He did.
He did.
He drove a Civic though, so his knee. Never mind.
No, that was a Accord.
The Civic makes it funnier, bro. And I was just at the
Accord ain't that bad either.
I was just at the car show.
The new ones is definitely.
I was just at the car show.
Meech said, "If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
People so
When
shallow.
we need to throw, we'll have 2 great wide receivers and a
I
great
love
tight
him
end."
driving a Honda.
It's all true.
Fix. It means he's smart.
Absolutely.
And he might get a deal.
He said,
Right.
Wayne believed LeBron was driving a kid. He never drove one. Go ahead.
He said, "I like how Jalen Hurts throws for 127, and we say he needs to throw more, but Josh Allen throws for 128, and he's so great."
We haven't praised Josh Allen yet, so don't compare us to Stephen A.
Oh yeah, matter of fact, that's the next game we got to talk about anyway.
That is the next game we're about to talk
Yeah.
about.
We ain't say nothing about it yet, but I see how sometimes you frustrated from the day, but don't put that on us.
And then Meech also said it was Trench Dilfer was the
Trench
quarterback.
Oh, thank you. I said Alvis Grebeck. That was the one before. It's Trent Dilfer.
Thank
Trent
you,
Dilfer for
Trent
the
Dilfer.
Trent Dilfer for the
Thank
give it to Baltimore Ravens. You're absolutely
Thank
right.
you. I remember that name.
Yeah,
I didn't
Trent
remember
Dilfer.
Alex Trebek.
Yeah. It was Trent Dilfer. Thank you very much for
I
that
was so
correction.
confused,
Yup,
but I'm
you
like,
right.
he know his football. I love it all.
Yeah, no, Trent Dilfer. He's absolutely right. Yup.
Let's get through this topic too. But go ahead.
All right, now let's move on to the Bills versus the Ravens.
Yo, I appreciate y'all in the chat too, man. Y'all doing it up, man.
I'll let you lead. What do you think?
She's talking to you.
I ain't talking to Sam.
Lamar Jackson is the biggest choke artist in the NFL right now. Let's just talk about it. Like, I'm just keeping it a bean. Like, and I hate people are going to say that about it, whatnot. I love
More than Goff?
this nigga said no. Like, Goff actually has been to a Super Bowl, right? Lamar Aloysius Jackson has done some bullshit. Once again, I've never seen a 2-time MVP not be able to make it out of the divisional round year after fucking year. The highest paid out there, whatnot. Half man, half amazing. He's the shit. And all of a sudden, he shits the bed. Now I'm not gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you. What's the guy's name? What's the tight end's name? Mark Andrews. I think that's his name.
Yeah, Mark Andrews.
Mark motherfucking Andrews.
You know what's funny? He's a coach, so this is what you hear right now. This is like he's aggravated, like how I hate seeing niggas that don't got fundamentals. He mad.
Mark motherfucking yo.
Just like when I watch boxing and they not doing no defense.
Yeah, oh my God.
We don't feel you on Gilly night though. But go ahead.
Mark motherfucking Andrews though, man. Him throwing the ball, like the shit hit him everywhere but his ass, and he couldn't corral it. It hit his helmet, hands, chest, thighs, rib cage.
You're talking about the last
2-point conversion.
Yeah.
He was in the end zone and touched every part of the ball.
He got hit.
So my
with the ball.
daddy always told me
That
if
shit
it hits
rolled
your
down his
hands,
body.
you're supposed to catch it.
The shit
Now,
went like this. It was like, and then the shit.
Now, let me.
I said, "Oh my God!"
Let me respond to your dad real quick because if it hits your hands, you could catch it is a little overstated.
Yeah,
you can catch it. It doesn't mean that you should or you have to. Like sometimes if it hits your hands, it's catchable. Sometimes it's not, yo.
Yeah, I get it.
Yep.
Like that's a thing. But like we say some of these things that become like so regular that you start looking at niggas that Superman like bitches because they dropped 2 of them. Like a nigga that caught everything all season.
I know, I'm mad.
No, and we talk about a tight end that's had a great. He ain't dropped shit all season.
Fucking season. He
You
had
see
a
what I'm
great
saying?
season. Yeah.
So like some things are overstated, but I understand the thought process because as an athlete, that's how you have to think.
Yeah, absolutely.
You need to think like that.
But see, and think about.
But I don't need a nigga that never caught a ball to be like, nigga, you ain't catch that.
Yeah, exactly. Well, at least I've done some shit. I ain't
Get
gonna
the
say
fuck out.
I'm cool, but think
He had
about
a great season.
Think about. I just think about the way that the football gods look at shit. I seen a nigga like Dave Tyree catch a football on his helmet.
It's my spades rule.
You know what I'm saying?
It's my
Like,
spades rule. If
what's
you
that?
if you don't play the hand while you have it, you won't get any more. You bullshit with a good hand, you gonna get 2 books the rest of the game.
So basically, what you saying is that shit shouldn't even have came down to that.
Exactly.
It shouldn't even have came down to that. So and that's okay. That's one of the reasons why I say that this nigga Lamar Jackson be on some bullshit. Like he just plays scary. Like it's like I don't get it. I don't understand it. You are divisional round early playoff exit king.
Yep.
Like for real. Like we got to start reconfiguring because here's the problem. So
you're the biggest draw at quarterback in the league with the least amount of fucking accolades.
I was talking all this shit yesterday. I said, "Ooh, look at this shit that we looking at here." I said, "What we had? We had Final Four. We get down to the Final Four, and it was going to be at least 2 black quarterbacks in it, no matter what."
We was almost.
You know what I'm
4.
saying?
We almost had 4.
We almost had 4.
The white boy.
Yeah. But I'm looking at this situation now, and I'm saying to myself, like, "Yo, you know when I realized that Lamar Jackson wasn't what everybody thought is the way that what you call it got to him in the way that the Eagles got to him when we played him.
Yep.
Like it was the way that they exposed him, and then he came off and said some fly shit like, "Oh, my mom said I should have ran it instead of throwing it at the end," and she got mad at me. I'm like, no.
And then the next few weeks he had a couple good running games, and it was like, yeah, his mom need to cuss him out more often. No, there's another team that watched that and made it part of their fucking strategy.
Yep, absolutely.
Once you're exposed in the NFL, you're not going to get out of that season. Somebody's going to hit you with that's how they got it.
Exactly. And I feel bad for talking about him like that, but I'm like, yo, there's only but so many years I keep seeing this shit. Like the Dallas Cowboy fans that always say the same shit. Again. They reload up for the bullshit every year.
You know, Baltimore my second home, so like my timeline is Ravens fans.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, it's bad. And they really like, and you know that Baltimore Believe shit.
Are they mad at
Baltimore Believe till this day is bigger than y'all trust the process was when it was rolling.
I agree with that. But more than likely probably is. Do they get upset at this nigga Lamar?
They really don't say anything about Lamar because Lamar feels like them.
Okay.
Think about it. He got the hair, the fronts. He grimy. He say what he wants.
right.
That's like having Vic in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it. It's the same shit. Your quarterback is that nigga. It's the nigga you want to hang out with.
Yeah. I respect it.
So they don't say nothing about Lamar,
and
but
I get it.
They're definitely gonna pop up 2 months after the Super Bowl and tell y'all that they're gonna win next year.
And I respect that. But this is...
You ever seen a purple Sunday? That ain't around the stadium. That's the whole city is wearing purple.
I can imagine.
Listen, Eagles fans are obnoxious. Yeah. When I say everybody in Baltimore got a Baltimore something, it's different.
No.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell
it's
you.
Different. Make sure Cash Mike is right too.
I'll be over there. That shit really different. No bullshit.
It's different.
I'm gonna tell you, my wife from Pittsburgh. Dog.
See? And he got a lady from Baltimore.
Yo, Pittsburgh. You know,
them terrible towels sound like thunder, bro.
Dog, it's like
Cash, tap on your mic.
I ain't never.
It's low, but it's on.
I ain't never seen no shit like this. Like when you talk about the dog, I ain't never seen no shit like this. They go to other stadiums. Don't let your fan base be fickle. All you see is fucking terrible towels.
It sounds like thunder in visiting arenas.
Yup.
What's a terrible towel?
So
the yellow towel, the hand towel that they always wave. Imagine, like, bro, it's 10 people in the whole arena that don't have one.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro.
Right.
It's ridiculous. What they pass them out at the door.
No, yeah.
Pass them out
so, like, when I say 10 people, they on the coaching staff. The rest of the arena is going like this.
They go crazy.
At the same time, it sounds like thunder.
It really is.
For real?
It sounds like a natural disaster is going on and it's headed this way.
Damn, that's crazy.
Bro,
it's a wild Joan.
Think about anything. You from Battle Rat.
Yeah.
You know if niggas start to woo, it get crazy.
I just almost snapped on somebody in the mid battle.
Let me
for talking on stage. They talking about betting on the battle and shit.
See?
Before we get into that, let me get back to these games.
Okay.
Because we got one more to get into.
It's good talk though. Y'all doing good.
Yo, man.
All right, so Kansas City Chiefs versus the Texans.
Kansas City Chiefs.
I wanted the Chiefs to lose so bad.
Kansas City Chiefs, the refs.
Hold on, I got a separate image for that.
Dog. Like, oh yeah. Please be pull. I already know what the one you're gonna pull up because I seen it. I seen them. I seen a couple of them before. There we go. Yep. So anybody that can see this right now, what he's saying to him is that. So listen, Pat, what you're gonna do here, right? Is you're gonna go ahead and go score. And, all your guys can hold. I don't give a fuck what you do or whatnot. We're going to go ahead. We're going to get this done and, get the afternoon glaze after that.
Is this the specific ref that Patrick Mahomes is 7-0 under?
Is that him?
Is that the same one?
Because that look like Ed Hockley. I don't know.
Yeah, that don't look like the same. Because the other one is younger.
Yeah, the other one. That's not
younger
him.
white
That's Ed
guy.
Hockley. That's not
and
him.
he don't let Mahomes lose.
No, he don't.
He's from there or something, but he don't. Like, he's gonna get indicted.
But let me start this off.
The feds is going bro. It's big business. It's gambling apps right now going crazy. He's gonna get indicted. Go ahead.
Let me. So while you were watching the Kansas City Chiefs game versus the Texans, you could not help but notice the refs and their roughing the passer calls being a little friendly towards one side and not towards the other.
Oh, like that ticky-tacky ass call that we had in the Super Bowl 2 years ago, where he didn't even fucking touch him.
Like that.
They called it off as pass interference. I was like, what? Oh man, I'm still pissed about that. That shit is ridiculous, man. Well, it don't make no sense. Like,
and this has been an ongoing thing all season long.
Right.
And refs do this in every single sport. There are certain players that they play as favorites. They're the face of the league. They call every single time that you touch them. And then there's other players, like Maxey, for example, who gets his ass whooped on the court
don't get shit.
every single night without a single foul shot.
Yeah, remind me of Iverson.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
The favoritism that we saw in this game.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
Was the most ridiculous thing I've seen in the NFL in years.
It was bad. It was bad. They was suplexing C.J. Stroud and shit.
Nigga.
No type of fucking roughing the passer call.
Nothing.
I'm like, damn, was that a fucking
Suplex.
spine buster?
Yes.
Like,
No,
what
you
you
don't
doing? Like,
understand. Like, you're not allowed to touch quarterbacks, bro.
oh, they was treating C.J. Stroud like he owed him money and shit. Like,
Yeah.
he tossed his
Like,
you know what made
horse callers.
You know what made
crazy.
it worse? It's like we know C.J. Stroud, as much as a dog as he is on the field, he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
So it started feeling like y'all taking advantage of the fact that he not gonna bark on y'all later, or that he not gonna expose y'all, that he not gonna fucking flex on y'all on the court on national TV.
Exactly.
I mean on the field on national TV. Like I just didn't like him feeling like he was getting picked on because he about to pray with you after the game. Like I didn't like that.
Yeah.
That was weird.
If
Yeah.
I'm being
Because
honest,
he's
though,
dope.
I know.
I feel like the Chiefs have taken the spot of the Dallas Cowboys
No,
in
they took the
terms
Patriots spot.
of.
It's Tom Brady. It's a Patriots shit.
It's the Patriots.
Yeah, that's
Okay, maybe you're right. Maybe it was the Patriots shit. In
The
terms
Cowboys
of
had a squad.
being the like America's favorite team, and we will protect America's favorite team at all costs.
Yeah, that's still
No, they got
Patriots. That's
they got
still
America's favorite mascot.
Patriots. Yep.
Taylor
Swift.
Swift is sitting up in the luxury box at every fucking game.
And guess who she was sitting next to this
Caitlin
week?
Clark.
Caden Clark. Come on. So we know
You
we
can't lose.
we're not gonna lose that game.
If I get Beyonce and Simone Biles, I still lose.
Right.
yeah.
That's crazy.
Right.
Right. Did we even see Simone on the big screen at all this season?
They show pictures of her on Shade Room
Yeah.
every week, and her outfit dedicated to her
But
man
I
that
didn't
she
see
was
her-
wearing on the sideline. They never cut
I didn't
to
see her on the
camera.
broadcast.
No.
Ever.
No.
Never
Yeah.
cut her on camera. And she's the baddest motherfucker walking around here at
And I
5
think-
foot nothing.
Cause her husband plays for the Packers, right? She might have been. He plays for the Packers, don't he?
I forget
Yeah,
what squad
because he
was.
got
Yeah.
traded from the Lions.
Right
I
to the
think.
Packers. I
Yeah.
think she might have been in Philly last week.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And they didn't say anything about
They don't
it.
say, bro. You
Yeah.
only see it on the Shade Room and them other
Right.
channels, and it's like, yo, that's like Muhammad Ali, Arthur Ashe. Like she's the baddest motherfucker on the planet
Right.
Yep. Yeah, I know.
as an athlete.
With Taylor Swift in the box.
But like, nigga,
I know.
so you gonna cut the Nelly? Like, yo, show like, what are we doing, yo?
listen.
This is weird, but they're showing you what it is. Black people been getting bullied publicly for the last 10 years on social media and all that. Y'all ain't been paying attention. It's weird.
Yeah, that's
Look
true.
at everybody's public court cases. Look at how everybody dies, and look how none of that shit balances out, and then go all the way to having to fill out if you a felon enough on a fucking application. And tell me that we ain't been getting bullied this whole time.
Oh,
Shit is happening now that we
absolutely.
ain't know was possible.
Right.
Absolutely.
That's a fact.
But so here's the thing and whatnot. So we started talking about, and then we, and I hate, because I don't want y'all to be like, but that nigga Mr. Know-It-All, many conspiracy theory ass nigga. But here's the thing about this though, right? Do you believe that there's some sort of solace in the thought process of somebody who is looking to maybe keep their edge on a sport that is now predominantly run by black people?
Yeah, because the quarterback was the last straw.
So wouldn't having a mixed race quarterback feed your appetite for both ends of that?
I think having
That's a wild John, and I hate to sound like that.
Having-
I'm just saying I be thinking about that sometimes.
There's nothing wrong with
no.
having abstract thoughts.
No, the mixed race thing plays well because you still want to be able to garner the hip hop urban community or whatever have you.
Right.
And he's cool enough on the field for that as far as his style of play.
Yeah.
But when he speaks, he's all fucking Bert and Ernie.
But his pop is the black as the black and the black.
He's a bodybuilder.
He back there talking
This
about
motherfucker made money for years off of just being what they wanted to see out of slaves.
this nigga came out and said I'm smoking on a Niners pack last year, smoking a black and mild
he
after the
gangsta.
Super Bowl.
Yo.
Yeah.
Shit, what you?
Yeah.
We know what his relationship was like with that boy mom.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? We know. We ain't gonna tell him.
No, he know too. What you mean?
He might.
Yeah, he was there.
But that's like when the homegirl that lived up the street from me was like, "Yo, why everybody know my step pop?" She didn't know her step pop woke me up every morning, and I made $60 on a wake up and got my day started.
Damn. See? Yeah,
He
sometimes you
worked
don't know.
overnight.
All right, let's.
Right.
You don't know what you
I
don't
couldn't
know.
tell her that. I couldn't say, "Yo, your pop, yeah, it's been good."
So let's get back to football.
Nigga
You
paid for
crazy
breakfast.
as
shit.
Like,
Air gas.
Yeah, I know.
Good day.
Before we move on from football, let's call the next games for this week. How do you guys see it for the Commanders versus the Eagles? Who's gonna win?
The Eagles, just because I hate that ass name.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Not even because of Philly, just because you don't like their name.
I don't like Commander's name.
I think honestly,
Nah,
you know what's funny?
It's funny. Fucking with you.
It should be a tough fought battle, but I don't even think it's going to go even a little bit of the way that we believe it's going to go. I think that this is going to be the time where the Eagles put up the most complete game they've had this season. I don't think it's going to snow. I don't think it's going to be nothing extra. It might even be nice little 42, 45 degrees.
Real quick.
I think we route these motherfuckers right into the Super Bowl.
Do you agree that if it didn't snow this Sunday, y'all lose that game?
Nope. I think we route them.
I think y'all lose.
I think we route them if it didn't snow.
He had the 2 bad fucking drives based on the weather. Stafford.
Yeah, he had 2 bad. But wait.
Hey.
Yeah, what? How many takeaways did we have yesterday?
Quite a few.
Quite a few, right? I can count at
like
least
8 or something.
I can count at least 3 of them that were induced by the defense.
I can too.
That's just one of those things you can't
Y'all
run. I don't care what
still
you're
in a
doing.
position to lose a game because you missed prior field goals.
But that's the point.
1-pointers.
If the weather wasn't bad, we wouldn't have missed them field goals. And then another thing is that if the weather wasn't bad, AJ would have dropped that ball. So we got to look at it from both angles. AJ dropped the ball in the end zone. Who else dropped? Smitty dropped the key first down.
There was the play where what's the name fucked up. Was it Sweat? It was on. No, who was on defense on that one play?
Oh, that was was it CJGJ that dropped the pick?
Yeah,
CJGJ dropped the pick.
Yeah,
so my thing is that I always look at it and say to myself, like, for everything that we did wrong on defense and maybe they could have scored on, I still look at everything that we did right on offense that still didn't go our way, and I still think that we would have routed them.
So y'all had as many problems as them, so it's a wash.
Absolutely, it's a wash.
All right,
it went
go
the way
ahead.
it was
Back
supposed
to
to
what
go.
y'all talking
So
about.
you picked the Eagles,
Yeah.
and then Bills versus the Chiefs. Who do you pick?
Chiefs.
Sam? What are your picks?
Excuse me.
I'm gonna go Eagles in good faith. I don't even want to put any other kind of energy out there. I tell people all the time, for me not to give a fuck about the NFL that deep, like I no longer have a team or whatever have you. I love when the city's excited.
Absolutely.
So, I'm gonna ride for y'all on that one. And as far as the Chiefs game, Chiefs, Bills, Chiefs, I guess Chiefs. Because it's weird. It's like the league is not allowing them to lose. And there's certain quarterbacks that show up against him and they tank the game to make sure he wasn't in the playoffs.
Bro, it's fucking. At the end of
Was that disgusting?
Yeah, I mean,
is that just business?
It's business. It's business because
you done that before.
What's that?
As a coach?
Never that. Don't get me fucked up outside. Go get my ass whipped outside.
You can't do that in Philly, man. They throw 40 bottles at referees. It's bad. Yo, you get shot at for missing foul shot. Remember 16 for Susquehanna?
Oh, yeah, I remember.
So
I refereed for one season, too. And never again. Yeah, I was called. They called me a glizzy eating fat dickhead pussy.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And I couldn't say nothing.
Yikes.
That's like a kid that's just trying to
battle rap. That was a round.
Because you can tell. The thing is, you know what's crazy? He was like, he stopped the crowd and took deep breaths when he said it. Fuck you, ref. You glizzy eating fat dickhead ass pussy. Like, I was like, whoa.
No.
I'm on the sideline like, damn, dog. Like,
Yo, the way you just reconnected that now I know it was crazy
But
when
real
it was
rap,
there.
My last day at my last job, and I guess I can say it now, I was working with the school district.
Right.
My last day there, I'm walking at the end of the day, and I see my man in the hallway.
yeah.
I don't know if y'all know who Hamas Salah is, right? But he is South Philly nigga. He's a comedian, but he was a wild get money nigga back in late 90s, early 2000s.
Okay.
Got shot in his head over something and lost the eye.
Oh,
whatever.
man. All right.
And still, when social media got popping, his Facebook, Instagram, you go Twitter, whatever, he had it lit. So he always is able to pull the people out. Everybody know Hamas.
Right.
So I see him in the hallway. And he's standing on the wall like he waiting for his nephew or something. So I'm like, Mas, what's up, baby? You know what I'm saying? Because I've been shout out to Roland, shout out to Gates. I've been in a high school hallways with them niggas when they was in school back in the day. Like I had off, I went to Catholic school. I go to school with them niggas.
Right,
You know
right.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I see my man and he like, yo, what's up with you? I'm like, shit, you know what I mean? About to get off work. I'm like, what you up here for? You got somebody in here? He like, no, I'm supposed to be reffing.
No.
And all I could think about was the population that this whole gangster was about to referee for. And the crazy thing is he do it out of the love. Like, Mas ain't never been broke. You know what I'm saying? Good Muslim boy, stay on his deen, all that. But I'm like, you do not want to get talked to by some of the kids that I got on the 4th floor. As a ref? Nigga. And I was respectful to refs. But if I'm left-handed, so if I'm running down the left side of the court, a lot of the times a ref would be in your path because he don't expect you to be going that close to that direction, right? That's when I used to be like, get the fuck out my way, and I get my little shit. Outside of that, like we decent unless you disrespect me, But these kids, you call a travel, they gonna say you dick eating. Bro, you took 5 steps.
Pussy.
Let me finish out
Go ahead.
this topic.
You took 5 steps.
He keeps getting us so off course.
Yeah, I love talking to Mr. Know-It-all. Man.
You gotta talk to him how he was talking to that ref, K.
Whew. All right, so my picks for this weekend.
Right.
I'm picking the Eagles, of course, and then I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna pick the Bills. I think the Bills are the better team.
Josh Allen is the white Lamar Jackson.
I think the Bills are the better team.
He just is. I'm sorry. It mixed with the refs. He's gonna.
Like I said,
he chokes it right up in the big games, and it's AFC Championship too.
My decision was based on.
So he does, bro. That's what he does.
My decision literally was based on Mahomes versus Josh Allen,
right?
And Mahomes having favor.
So Taya picked.
That's what it came down to me.
Eagles, Bills, like me.
Wow.
Heimp is in here. Shout out Heimp.
Yo,
it's my guy.
He said Washington versus Buffalo.
He's a fucking hater.
I know,
because as a Cowboy fan, that's why. Yeah, I'm saying they're home, bro. Leave it alone. They're home,
they
yo.
Home. They in Antigua.
Niggas be whatever. Somebody's house. Somebody's
1,
couch.
2, 3, Cancun.
Derek Outlaw said salute C Cash.
Yo, boy.
Trap House Battle said Yo,
that's Trap House Bones. Yeah.
Oh, Trap House Bones?
Yeah, that's Bones that you was up DC with.
That's what I thought.
That's my guy.
Yeah.
Derek said fly Eagles fly.
Yes,
and
sir.
Taya said the Bills are the better team and it's time for them to beat the Chiefs. I agree, Taya.
And now with Taylor Swift in that fucking skybox.
Bro.
Taylor Swift
She
in the
showed up with
skybox.
Caitlyn. She knew what she was doing.
All right.
She cold.
Let's take a break from sports and get into something else. Where do you want to go?
This is where I come in at.
Damn. I don't want to go dark, so I'm gonna skip that one. But I do want to talk about that.
All right, let's let Cash
Where you want to go, bro?
talk about his battle.
Yeah, let's do that. See Cash updates.
All right, so
You gotta pull up your calendar and shit. Look at you, Ish.
that's all I'm gonna do.
They say the game of life, a roll of dice. Well, mine's loaded. I can't crap out. You keep playing table games until you tapped out. I had to wear my poker face way before 21. At the casino, niggas couldn't take cash out. I'm overly desensitized. And my eyes is body bags. Dre, you could catch a wiggy right now. I'll probably laugh. Tucked it right up under my stomach. Shit, I'm a stocky man. Dirty ratchet with the ball heads. She a scallywag. Niggas wanna act. Niggas wanna act. Shoot a movie. Get his body cast. Maim you. I'm hitting every limb who need a body cast. Drop my air tag. That's how I know just where I'll find him at. Sitting down. Cannon in his face. This ain't no podcast. Ask me what my expert opinion is he a bitch? I never had no jumper, but if I shot, I didn't miss. A million right there.
You could have podcast scheme, you weirdo. You just live stream.
Cut the tapes. Cut the tapes.
Yo, you know what I like? You know what I like?
With a cannon in his face at a podcast.
Hold on. Before that, go ahead, shake your hand.
Good shit.
Before that though, you know what I appreciate? Yeah. You know how like comedians gotta be self-deprecating. Yeah. You started off your round talking about how ugly you was. I thought that was fire. Play the beginning of the round. Play the beginning of the round.
You said
he literally started off the round talking about how ugly he was.
It looked like he don't remember that shit.
Play it. I'm gonna show you where.
What'd you say?
They say the game of life, a roll of dice. Well, mine's loaded. I can't crap out. You keep playing table games until you tapped out. I had to wear my poker face way before 21.
Right there.
Casino niggas couldn't take cash out.
I had to wear my poker face way before 21.
Let me break
you
this
had to
down.
be a grimy nigga because you was ugly.
Yeah.
Yo, that was a great way to break the bar down. This why I fucks with you for that.
That was crazy.
That was a great way to break the bar down.
Y'all didn't hear that?
But shut the fuck up.
Who says I had to wear my poker face? Nigga, you know what it means with the sickie?
No, you know what it means to wear your poker face? That means to withstand.
Yeah.
That means to stand up against. You know my life. You know my real life, though.
No, that means you want me to see your real life in your face. I know niggas that been through hell and smile all day.
Yeah, but I'm saying it in a different light. You
want me not to approach you because you already been through it.
No, listen. I had to wear my.
I want to smile at you.
I had to wear my poker face way before 21. That's all I'm saying. I had to, be on some shit before I was a grown up. That's all I'm saying.
I'm fucking with
Get
you.
that part.
Get dig it.
As far as me being ugly, he's lying.
I flipped that though. I flipped that
He
though.
told me I wasn't ugly before.
If I was a rebuttler, I'd have fucked up your first 4 bars.
Oh man, you always he want to battle me so bad, and then he gonna be like, no, because I'm gonna fight you, and you really my homie. So
No, actually, I keep it G because we have this conversation often on here. I actually respect what he do, and I know that my memory is shit. So I wouldn't even if I thought I had some shit. Yeah. It's like, bro really do that. Like it's like me being funny and trying to step on stage after my man that's a comedian. I'm not gonna play with you like that.
Yeah.
But if we just start freestyling drunk over a campfire,
man,
and somebody turn on the camera.
Hold up, previously.
Wait. The campfire shit is what threw me off.
My bad, bonfire. Fire pit.
Previously, 4 days before the battle, this is what I was doing.
I gave you fair warning.
This is the type of shit I was doing. Like 3 days before the battle.
Cash is hilarious.
Violate the gang, then his wife getting DP. Shooters got him covered for the low like a cheap sleeve. Big C, course I'm a stunt. Got a force in my blood. What you call that?
Stop it.
Yo.
Yeah.
First thing you said, he violated, then his wife getting DP. Who you know that's going to do it?
Oh.
I'm going to call some niggas.
Disgusting.
That's a wild.
I don't even like that on a smutty site.
That's a wild John when you
That's
out
way too much content.
I ain't gonna do it.
Bro,
I ain't say I'm gonna do it. You peeped it though, right?
You niggas be having booty goons.
So wait. Wait. No. Let's talk about that. I really want to talk about that.
I don't have literal hitmen. I be having niggas that's ready to crash out.
I kind of want to talk
about The Godfather. I mean, the Godfather of Harlem.
Yeah, I saw that.
When you see when they try to play with his daughter.
I saw that.
If you a boss, you got all types of connections.
Man,
you ain't gotta be connected to him. You can say, yo,
listen.
Call somebody, yo, give me somebody that's on this type time.
We can all be bosses. We don't run the same program.
No, for sure.
That's all I'm saying.
Nah, I just thought it would have been. I thought it was all right. So listen, here we go. More breakdowns for Sammy.
Wait, so hold on. For the record, Taya said that bar is fire.
You was bodying it. I'm
just saying.
It's just too easy.
But for the record, if you in a gang, right? Gang culture. If you violate the gang, then you get a DP, which is a disciplinary action. Yeah. So they fuck you up or whatever the case may be.
No one man bigger than the program.
And we all know
rule number 1.
Everybody get into. Not everybody, but some people know in pornographic terms what a DP is. Yeah. I'm gonna just leave that at that.
Yeah, that's why I asked, like, who the freaky homie?
But I just said no.
Because sometimes I go to your battles and you be introducing me to niggas. I don't know.
You want to ask you like, yo, that's a DP nigga right there.
I wasn't trying to be facetious.
Why would you ask?
Yeah, that's like,
what I'm saying.
Pull you to the side. That nigga, that's a DP nigga right there.
If I'm in the background in your battle and that's the nigga I'm talking to.
You done shook his hand and shit.
Yo, can we get back on the topic, bro?
You might have asked for the blunt.
You don't even pass weed, Sammy.
Dap the DP nigga up and shit. That's some crazy shit.
Bro, listen. It's a mental correlation, man. You guys are crazy.
So anyway, back to the battle.
Back to the battle. Listen, it was extraordinary for me. I had like 20 people set up to come out, Sammy included. Maybe only 11 or 12 of them came, but that was dope. Shout out to Nah.
I didn't make it. I tried.
No, for sure. Shout out to Nah from Life Be Lifing. He was in the building.
Nah.
He did a recap after the drawing. It was dope. Far as the battle though, I think it went wonderful. I had to set it off. You know, we went. Me and Dre talked behind the scenes about strategically how things was gonna go. You know, it was a part of the orchestration for me to go first or whatever the case may be. I'm saying that respectfully.
So you ain't get a coin flip, is what you saying? It's like,
all right.
Since I'm Dre,
So now
you go first.
All right. So now
That's
you
what I want to know.
So
that was weird.
No, I'm gonna tell you. So
All
now
right.
I was trying to respect the nigga, but since you want to be
But you said
Nigga, you
it
on my
so weird. You
I'm
weren't
just
being that
saying.
respectful.
all right, we being literal. The nigga hit me up the day before the battle. Said, "Yo, how long is your round?" I said, "God damn, fan, what you want, spar?" He says, "No, like I got 435." I'm like, "My round long as it's supposed to be." I'm thinking like, this is my thing, right? You gonna talk to me as a league owner, but in the same breath, I'm battling you, so I gotta think that you playing with me mentally, because that's what I'm gonna do to you. I'm trying to intimidate you mentally as well. So I'm thinking like, all right, maybe you saying that to throw me off or make me restructure anything. You know what I'm saying? So we orchestrated a deal where I had whatever time I wanted, basically, and I had like 8 minutes. My round lasted like 11 minutes.
So that meant you had to go first.
Yeah, basically.
Which is strategic for him because when
He
you
gets
go,
the rebuttal. He gets to
and when you go second,
be heard last.
and when you go second with the long round, it's more prominent.
Exactly.
You going first, and people having recency.
But
bias.
again, right?
Recency bias is the thing about
Not
Very
to
true.
not to make any excuses, but again, we talking about a decorated battle rapper, been in the game consistently for at least 10 years.
500 battles,
5 million views, over 300 battles.
300 battles. Okay, I was exaggerating.
Versus somebody who been around the hip hop scene forever, got a bunch of battles off camera. But as far as the new wave of battle rap, which the leagues that he is in, got like maybe 3.5, 23, 24 battles. You know what I mean? So just even a draw for people to even be excited to want to see this shit. You know what I'm saying? It means something. And then on top of that, the energy that I bring, you know what I mean?
And you gonna make the most out of the situation.
And I'm bringing serious people with me, like,
And you didn't get the 8 minutes by accident.
Nah.
You had a lot to say.
Yeah, I had a lot to say, but on top of that, niggas was feeling that shit. You know what I'm saying? So
how you feel like you did? That's what I want.
I feel like I did extremely well.
Okay.
I feel like
He said it was wonderful.
I feel like
He never said that about a battle before.
I feel like
platform.
because I'm a harsh critic on myself, but I feel like people is going to want to know more about C Cash in the battle rap world at this point from this footage.
You feel like you 3-0'd?
No, it was a 1-rounder. So
it was a 1-rounder.
Yeah.
Okay, got you.
That's where the 4.5 minutes versus my
got
8
you.
minutes.
Okay,
if
so
my round lasted,
right.
if my round lasted almost 11 minutes, his probably was like 10 or 10:30. It was about the same. You know what I'm
So
saying?
it's like it wasn't even that crazy.
No, but
I've seen you drown niggas in front of me, and you didn't come on here and say that it was wonderful.
no, for sure. Because I felt like he ain't get out the fight. That's why I'm saying it was wonderful, because I know this battle gonna have playback value. You know what I'm saying? Because he had bars, he had everything. Like, he had shit that niggas ain't here. He had cash flips niggas ain't here. You know, shit like that. And it was back to back. And you know that's how Dre gonna line it up. But if you ask me, before all my antics and me bringing the energy I bring, it would have been just another Dre Dennis battle. But after everything, you know, with my sauce on it and me giving him that energy, like, he really want to kill me. He really want to fight. It's almost like he was battling like a top tier. You know what I'm saying?
Can I tell you something?
What?
You was like, yo, I was trying to be nice. You still ain't told the shit that I know, so you was still being nice. You good, bro. You ain't say too much.
Nah, for sure.
No,
he had some dirt.
No, it was some things that went on.
Yeah, you know I always be
that was weird.
I be doing a
And
lot
I
of
really
real
put
shit.
that on Cash because he building his career.
Yeah.
So but when he said, "Yo, so you want me to tell it?" I thought he was gonna go all the way there.
No.
He's still being a gentleman.
No.
Just for the people that's watching, and if y'all are battle
No, but
rap
it
fans
was-
and
it
y'all
was
know
great,
Jay
though.
Dennis,
I
say
had-
something in the chat.
I had the crowd in my pocket, like, laughter, you know, grotesque, you know, ooh, and you know what I mean, all of that shit.
Inflection and all of that, timing and all of that.
Yeah, crazy.
Right.
And he, as well, he had some crazy punches and crazy
Dre
different
is a professional.
battle rap schemes and shit like that. But my whole thing is this too. it's a clash of the styles. If you like the general faction of battle rap, or how you touch all bases where all types of ears can understand what you're saying, then that's cool. You like that, cool. But if you're a person that likes a direct level of attack, or really understanding and resonating with the actual battle rapper and attacking his real life and shit like that, or of that nature, a character, you going like my content. So
you battle rappers literally get paid for words, because you said both of those things long form.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, they were both way more.
He said basically what he was saying is you know what I mean. You want the straightforward shit, or you want lyrical miracle? Yeah. That's exactly what you were saying. You know what I'm saying? And I know exactly what you meant by that.
I had lyrical.
I'm listening like that's 30
I know exactly,
words.
yeah.
Nah, I was just trying to be general.
No, you
no.
You're a public speaker.
For that, for that situation, I was very lyrical as well, but it just was what my topic base was.
Nah, I'm a fan.
You know what I'm saying?
You ain't gotta tell me.
I appreciate you, bro.
Check out C-Cash on everything.
But it was super dope. It was super dope. I'm glad that I had the experience.
And it's crazy because what the situation was for me, just to address what we said earlier, because I wasn't there. I had plans on going to one event, and I thought it was going to overrun his event. We started out our day handling business, and I didn't make that event. So then it's like I'm actually burnt out, but Cash kept telling me the shit wasn't far. Right. So I hit Cash and I said, tell me when it's close to time for you to rock, and I'm gonna come up through there. Like I'll pay the whole thing just to watch your segment of it. That's not a thing.
Right.
But like we still in here trying to get shit together.
Crazy thing is, a bunch of niggas ain't pay.
But what happened? And I mean, but that.
I don't even want to promote that. But
even with that, they owe me one anyway. So I'm not even like really tripping.
Right.
But more so than that, it's a hurry up and wait game, and we're like, I have something. I'm start training tomorrow for a new job.
Okay.
So everything that happened this last week hasn't been intentional.
Right.
No, it was dope.
My schedule
though.
about to change, and I don't even know to what.
Yeah.
I feel you.
You see what I'm saying?
Nah, bro, you ain't gotta.
So it was like, no,
we rock out. You ain't gotta explain why you.
I'm not telling this to you. I'm telling the people.
Okay.
I actually wanted to be there for this joint, but I've been there for 5-6 hours with my man and waiting and stuff like that. Like I went to a battle one time and left before it happened, and it wasn't intentional.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
But I'm glad that when I miss something, you can still come back and say it's wonderful, because I feel like I ain't affected.
Right.
I ain't heard nothing. Let's get into a topic though.
I could dig it.
No, but it
good
was
shit,
dope,
though,
man.
Good shit.
Everybody out there, go subscribe to Gate to the Garden on YouTube. The battle will be out soon. You know why? It will be out soon because Dre Dennis is on it.
Yep. No, if you know Gates of the Gates of the Garden, that's the thing.
But again, though, salute Dre. You know what I mean? If he watch this or if he ever do watch it, salute Dre. You know what I mean? He's a decorated opponent, and
Sure.
I fucked you up, you fucked me up.
No, one thing for sure, two things for certain. Battle rap is run by black entrepreneurship, and we can't hate on none of these owners. As long as they giving people opportunities to be seen and other people opportunities to be paid, and they're able to feed their babies, I'm not mad at nobody until I hear a fucking scandal.
Yeah, I feel you.
I don't care how you do your business.
Even
because you can go where you want with your business.
To attest to that.
Right, absolutely.
To attest to that, y'all know, I was supposed to battle another named battle rapper named J. Krug a few months ago, and he backed out, and there was some monetary issues in that nature, and this is how that battle came about. So salute to Dre for still trying to fill the gap and make sure make things right. You know what I mean?
No, dope.
As far as entrepreneurship,
I saw something on the timeline. Is it real?
What?
I saw somebody say me and you about to be fire. Is it real? Are you allowed to announce that yet?
Oh yeah, Toast.
You allowed to announce that yet?
Oh yeah, I mean, me and Toast been supposed to work forever, bro. Listen, y'all don't know.
Are y'all battling?
Huh?
Because we moving to the next topic. Are y'all battling?
Oh no, we supposed to be doing some music together, sir.
Okay. Let's make some noise for that.
No, but listen, it's crazy. Me and Toast battled like 16 years ago in Southwest. It was captured on somebody's camera on some regular shit, not even on no YouTube blogger type shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's still up. That shit got 800,077 views or some shit like that.
Toast, for those that don't know, you might know. I think I told you. One of my childhood best friends.
Yeah.
That's his brother. Yeah. And I was at his older brother, their older brother's funeral.
Gritty, right?
Oh, okay.
No,
My bad, I said the wrong name. I know Gritty one is on.
I'm like, Gritty, god damn, you just that's a whole nother thing.
Yeah, my bad.
But anyway, I was there and Toast actually went on Glockaware and had a moment where he discussed the situation, and he looked up and I'm like, bro, I was there, and he was like, So just somebody I always want to see be successful, because I know more about his upbringing than he knows I know, and I know that he's one of the biggest talents we've ever seen in this city. So if y'all want to do something together, that's fire.
I would much rather do
his
music.
His brother's name was John.
Yeah,
and that's why I hesitated to say it initially. I wanted to get that thought out before I got to it.
Right.
What's his alias?
Johnny Storm.
All right. So next topic.
All
That's all
right.
I'm saying. Like I wanted to get that out because I would have got stuck in it.
Right.
So-
Right.
I would have got stuck in it. It's different, bro. Being at that funeral was different.
Sam, you can introduce us.
Drake updates. Anybody want to introduce what Drake's done lately?
Oh man,
Mr. Know-It-All, how about you?
I mean, so he's apparently exchanged the I might do some shit in for really doing some shit. You know what I mean? He's really like he's literally suing for defamation, and dog, and he is now taking the crown for capital bitch assness of all the bitch ass niggas that has ever done anything. Like to me, there's no escaping this situation and kind of, going back and trying to recapture something. But we really have to understand, and I really want everybody to understand. He not from where we from, dog. Like we gotta stop acting as if that. So that whole culture vulture thing. There's a difference between being a culture vulture and actually being an informant. This nigga is an actual spy.
He's a nut.
It's a plant. He lives in
He's
this
a fucking
culture
nut.
as a like. It's
You ever had a
craziest shit
nigga
the
in your
world.
neighborhood that shook your hand all the time and always like, yo, I be seeing you be moving around. You don't never tell me when you moving around. And he got a nice car. He be having them things with him, but he ain't your type of folk.
Right, exactly.
That's how Drake has been the entire time in the culture. And I had this epiphany when I was a kid.
Right.
When Ray J was similar in age or whatever have you.
Yeah.
And I was like, if Ray J lived on my block, I wouldn't hang out with him. And he was lit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got the hose, got the car, got the access.
Right.
But if it was time to go to the club and the niggas that I hung up was going and he was going, I'm not riding with him.
Yeah.
I'll drive the squatter. We'll rotate. Like, I wouldn't do it. And that's what Drake has given me since he got out of the industry.
This nigga said he felt uncomfortable hanging around.
I don't like certain type of energy.
The weirdness
I have never
bothers him. Yeah.
I have never liked Drake since he has gotten to a position of prominence and kept acting like he was being bullied, while in the next breath telling you that he's shitting on everybody and fucking everybody bitches and his goons will do whatever. I just don't understand how those are in the same verse.
Yeah.
Like, if you being bullied,
like Dre Dennis.
if you being bullied,
That's wild. That's a wild
if you're
jump.
being bullied in a position of prominence, that's your fault.
That's true.
Yo,
First
can I
of
say
all,
something, though?
bullying is hold up. Every kid gets picked on.
Right.
What makes it bullying? Your response
Your
to
response
it.
to it. Yeah, absolutely.
That you don't fight back.
So I always thought so I'm literally taking a victory lap right now, and I've been one of the people that doesn't like Drake's music as much as people do.
Okay.
But I didn't hate on him getting, whatever he was getting, because he's talented.
Yeah.
But the reasons that I don't like him musically are the things that's coming out now that he's doing right now. I saw that. I'm like, he's a weirdo.
So, Cash, you about to say something? Because I was going to say something.
go ahead.
I was just gonna say, that disclaimer that they be saying on certain radio stations where they be like, the opinions of the characters. Play that joint for me, because I still might need the feature.
You know what's crazy?
I saw you trying to dip out of the window. I'm like,
So-
what is he doing?
No,
The crazy thing, I'm not mad at that. But go
I'm
ahead.
trying to get this.
But no, you know what's crazy about that? Drake will show you the time of your life, right?
Yeah.
No Diddy.
Yeah.
That's wild.
And then on the heels of that, you'll wake up the next day and be like, yo, I got so fucked up last night. Is that I do anything he's gonna fucking hold against me?
See, and that's the problem, bro.
No. It could be the straightest things in the world.
Yeah, it ain't got to be what you thinking. Yeah, I know what he's saying.
Are you saying he that sensitive?
No, we saying that part of the things that have been going on is that LeBron shit. That's what we talking about. We're talking about the fact that this nigga is now so upset that he's threatening to snitch on another grown man to his wife.
Oh, that's wild.
See, this is my problem. Like
that's what I was talking about.
I didn't know that.
Like there's a level to bitch ass niggerdom. You know what I'm saying? And that shit.
Hold up, he just put the ER.
Yo, no, man, he is actually. Like, honestly, man, he's like a black belt at bitch assness right now. Like, he lost, and now he's feeling away on a different level, dog. Like he's one of them dudes that you know what I mean? One of them that like, you know, talk all the shit in the world, act like it'll never happen to me. It never happened to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody ever gonna tell me this. Ain't nobody ever gonna do this to me. Remember the bull that was doing the podcast a couple months back, and he was talking shit. And the boy said to him, like, yo, you might want to watch your mouth by talking shit. He was like, I run this shit, nigga. I've been doing, I talk shit to everybody. Man got up on the couch, put that nigga right out.
He hit with some shit like this.
Yeah. Put that nigga
some
right out.
Fighter shit.
Power punch.
Fell asleep on his table and all that. Yeah. My thing is, I think the issue, like, let's keep it a bean, man. This is not a good person. Right. Fuck being weird. Like I know plenty weird niggas, and I know how to just keep niggas at bay. I'm like, all right, nigga, you weird. Yeah. I don't really fuck with you like that.
I know a lot of cool weirdos.
Yeah,
not my bro.
But him, on the other hand, he's not a good person. Like anything that amplifies him and his objective is what he needs done.
You're
and
a coach.
Huh?
You're a coach.
Yeah.
Part of character is knowing how to lose.
Facts.
You're absolutely right.
That's right.
Part of character is knowing how to lose.
Absolutely.
Definitely, because I always never like
we redirect.
If I really want to bet,
we lock in again.
I'd be like, yo, I won that joint. But like, I felt like I wasn't dominant, I'm gonna say no. Like he did his thing. Like I wasn't gonna say I smoked this shit out of Drake. I wasn't gonna tell you that.
But
right.
the problem is sore losers. So you gotta understand though, man.
Sore losers got some extra shit going on. Basically.
Not only because he's not the only sore loser in the world. Like he's not the only giant sore loser in hip hop. Jay-Z is a sore loser.
I heard.
But here's the thing.
So that's why he don't got no social media.
But so the difference is that
he just got 2 posts.
Yeah, you just right, exactly. And he don't really want to. You got no
got
comments on. He got none of that shit. He
yeah.
He don't want to hear what you have to say.
Right.
So the problem. So this is what happens with elevation and success.
I want to defend Jay so bad, but it's not here nor there.
No. I love Jay. Jay one of my favorite rappers. So I love Jay. So the one
Mount going high school.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But the one thing that I will say about it is that sometimes you get to a plateau where that as you are as good and you are as much the shit as you believe that you are. And I believe that Hov got to that point and we said, yo, there's a whole bar for everything. We revere Jay-Z, especially in our generation.
He called himself Hov. You're literally calling him
Hov. Right, exactly. I'm never knocking Hov. The nigga was a sore loser. That Nas shit didn't go over well too with him, and you
went right to the radio station.
Right to the radio station, and he didn't like it. So here's the thing: what he said was, "I will never want to feel because it's not up to me no more."
Fuck all that. The nigga called my man Siegel, federal probation officer, on him because he was at a fucking show at it was a Powerhouse event one year. You don't remember that?
I never heard of call. I never heard that.
That shit was in the paper.
I ain't hear that. I can't do that. The
only thing I heard.
Bro, he did. Look it up.
Only thing I heard
I can
about,
find it on YouTube right now.
Only thing I heard about Siegel cases and him was that he wouldn't assume responsibility for Siegel.
I got y'all. Go ahead. Finish talking.
Which could go either way.
They hold that against Hov though. This is my thing though.
Do you? No. Hold on.
Go ahead, Sam.
Because I want you to speak about it from the right perspective. As somebody from this city. That knew where Siegel headspace was at that time. Was Hov wrong?
Not wrong at all. Not even a little fucking.
I thought y'all was saying he didn't do it.
No.
The thing is,
no, I'm saying he didn't do that part.
Like, there's things that happen.
You saying he didn't?
I'm saying that he didn't call up his parole officer and tell
and had him escort him out the building. He didn't do that.
That's at what point was that?
When did he do that? I never heard that. I've never heard that before.
We getting off topic again.
Yeah.
Yep.
Drake update. He's actually alluding to anti-Semitism.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bro.
I just don't know. Like, I really feel like you pulling every Karen card out the box that you can find.
For him to allude to anti-Semitism, bro, that's racist.
When we know that Kendrick avoided that at every cost.
But that's racist for him to do that. That's racist for him to do that.
Can I get this out of the way real quick?
Go ahead.
Jam 94.5 Launchpad, this is Super Rockin' DJ on, and that was classic flavor. I haven't written. Just need to know to add them to the infested extermination list. Listen, before I even got there to the building, you gotta understand this. It's all documented. This year's Powerhouse, Jay came last year. In the Philadelphia Daily News, the day after the Powerhouse, it had an article. And I didn't even go to the Powerhouse last year. It had an article in it. Inside sources say Jay-Z beefs up security and threat that retaliation from Beanie Siegel for dropping him from the label. This was in the newspaper. It's in the paper. It's public record.
All right, stop it. Real quick, because we remember that time when Beans and Jay went through it, right?
Yeah.
And according to even Beans' story, something happened in Vegas. And according to a third-party story, Beans went on tilt to the point that he didn't even think he could get back when he did that interview when he shitted on Jay. Remember that joint? On the radio. I need to know the timeline of that.
This video?
No, not the video. The incident.
Oh.
Because that makes sense.
The Powerhouse?
The Powerhouse he's talking about. What side
I had
of
to find an article.
What side of Beans' angst for Jay-Z was that on? Like, at what point did that happen?
That actually had to be after the Black Album.
And I know people, if I'm gonna be candid, I know people that was on Delaware Ave at Parks. That was Parks at the what was it at the time? What was the name of the casino?
It was called Sugar House. Sugar House.
Sugar House.
Sugar House.
That was at the casino with Beans the day he got locked up. Mm-hmm. And he got, according to them, tossed out of the casino,
right,
for whatever behavior, and wanted to go to Parks. He had got a phone call that day that was lucrative, and everybody was telling him just go fall back. He got in a car with a random that was like, yo, I'll drive, you can ride with me.
Yeah.
And they got pulled over, and that's the day that he went to jail when he got pulled over on his way to Chester. Remember, with the pills and the pistol and all of that shit?
Right.
Like, bro, Beans made a lot of horrible decisions.
No, for sure.
That if I'm building an empire that's going to lead to where we at now.
But to call the cops on somebody you had as an artist, that's like...
Did he get threatened first?
I don't think so.
Because if
he was just in the building.
If I up security, that just means that I lessen the likelihood of me and you getting into something crazy.
But he didn't just up security. You want me to play the rest of the video?
I mean, you could get to it, but what does it say? Because
he called his actual federal parole agent.
And that's what I wanted you to play, but you played the long part.
I mean, I didn't know where it was at in the video.
So all right.
That's the part that matters.
So here's two things, but no. Let me two things, because I believe that he said it. My thing is that is it true? First and foremost, like, can people actually verify this, or is this just hearsay from one person that was at odds with another?
I don't think he did that, but
I mean, so my thing,
that's opinionated.
Because this is my thing, man. I'm one of these people, right?
You gotta be careful.
I'm one of these people, right? I'm 42 years. I'll be 42 years old in April. And the one thing that I believe I believe that about every black man that is doing something with their life at 42, you didn't get to 42 by accident. You know what I'm saying? And then no way, shape, or form, and this goes even for Drake, too, or whatnot, that you got to be meticulous at certain points. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing that Beanie ever says that he would say now that he didn't regret the shit that he was saying in that interview. So therefore, I can't even hold that situation against anybody that was doing something to either stay out of his path or to help him. Philly niggas got a real problem with accountability. You ever noticed that we don't have a bunch of well-off Philly artists? I was one of them, nigga. Like, so my thing is that what I'm gonna tell you is that Philly artists have an issue with having an issue.
No, I get it.
And all of a sudden, we want to live in this foregone conclusion of we was the toughest, we was the best, we did this, we fucked around and found out.
Wow,
all
the
this
whole
other
time
shit.
telling you niggas I'm not a rapper.
Exactly, but you live it, but you setting the precedent for what it is. So my thing is to always say like this: I say that nigga that we looking at right now, and I'm pointing at the image of Drake, that's a bitch ass nigga right there. You know what I'm saying? That's a different type of bitch ass nigga. But one thing that I'm going to tell you is that there's been so many times that I felt bad for the way that we move as professionals and as Philly artists in this city.
No, but where exactly what you
niggas want to be rich, the man, and be a killer. Like it's the craziest shit.
And I never was saying that Beans was an angel or nothing of that for sort, but I just felt like a part of loyalty, would uphold you from, even if you had to speak to your man and talk to him at the show and say, listen, bro, I'm gonna need you to play this cut or be over there, not doing too much or whatever the case may be.
You think Beans will listen?
I don't know.
No.
You think
Beans will listen?
But I think you ought to give him the opportunity to get that chance to have the beef, like to have him force your hand versus just turning to that, that shade of a situation.
All right, let's get off of this.
Real quick, final thought from me. Beans also got caught running away from Piccadilly, dropping a bunch of shit on Ollie because he attacked somebody over a dancer at Piccadilly.
No, I get it.
Like
where Piccadilly at? What are you talking about?
29th and Allegheny.
Oh, all right.
Finest shaky in the city.
No, because he also had a situation.
The last strip club with $5 left.
No, because that's the north side. No. See, y'all on some north side shit because Mac also had court their attempt outside the joint called the Ponytail on 52nd and Spruce. Which was another $5 joint. Fuck you mean?
But this is what, like, bro.
I know he wild. I'm not making excuses for my favorite rapper.
No. And also, my final point is he's the one that always says in interviews, they used to call me, he took pride in this.
They
used to call me for months to record my album. I used to just tell somebody, drive me to New York and leave me there for 4 days and record the whole album and walk to the corner and buy a white tea every day and take a shower in the studio and record my album. Passed out, lost the chain, and tried to end Rockefeller. This nigga tells you that he don't move right in business.
No, you're right.
So let's go, Ken.
Yeah.
So do we have any actual Drake updates or?
The Drake update is that he folded a lot of bullshit into this fucking case, and it looks very, very shaky. They replied and said that it don't make sense as a label because they wouldn't do that to any artist, and they've been on his side when he's done this to other artists all the time in the past.
And by the way, they're going to destroy him.
Yes, they are.
They're going to destroy.
That's why he said the Michael Jackson Prince comparison. This is what the Legends was trying to do, because he's trying to draw enough attention to it to get public perception on his side.
Yeah, but they're gonna
whoop his ass.
Dog, this shit gonna be bad. It's gonna go left real fast too.
Their statement covers his whole case.
Yeah. Yep.
If you really look at it legally.
That's true.
All right, let's move on.
He has to find somebody that was a bot.
So, over the weekend, the TikTok ban was supposed to go into effect on Sunday. And on Sunday, when you woke up, you did indeed lose access to TikTok.
Oh, I didn't notice.
I never even went on it.
But
me neither.
Before the end of the
we
day,
live on it right now.
No, I did. No, I'm about to say no. I'm a TikTok guy.
We live on it right now.
Before the end of the day, TikTok was restored, and everybody who logged in got a message attributing the restoration of TikTok to Donald Trump.
Somebody else is getting a lot of praise for that, but that's crazy.
What do you think of this entire situation and TikTok being back?
I ain't got to fight.
I don't think it was a lie. I think they did exactly what was going to happen. I think it was an executive order that was actually handed down from Joe Biden, but actually influenced by Donald Trump.
I think that they paused it long enough for Trump to get credit.
Yeah, that's true. That's true too.
Is that what you're saying? Or
because of the simple fact that he's not officially the president, so there's no way that you could actually give the executive order
until he gives the speech that gives himself credit for it.
Exactly right. But what you could do is you could actually look because with TikTok shutting down right before Biden went out, that would hurt the Democrats. That you understand what I'm saying? Like because now we're so social media based on everything. What happens is that something fucks up. Like let's say if Trump ran on cutting stimuluses, never having another stimulus, and that law passed right before Biden went out of office. They're gonna be like, what the fuck? You was the president, dog. Like, how did you Democrats let this happen? Fuck that, I'm voting Republican. So now that's what this is about. This is about the fact that this happened still on Biden's watch, even if it was only 3 days before he gets out of office. So essentially what Biden had to do was emergency time, hit the executive button, get it back going, and then let Trump handle all the extra shit when he gets in.
My conspiracy theory is that the black app, what is it, on Fanbase?
Yeah.
It shot to number one all of a sudden after they did all them Chinese apps.
I did. I heard about
that. There's no way in the world they was going to let that happen. That's my conspiracy.
Yeah, I agree with that. Well,
and mind you, I'm saying it as like a conspiracy theory
about.
Because it's weird how like when everybody was converting to an app that don't even make no sense.
Yeah.
In the struggle, Fanbase been there the whole time. And I thought that was the natural, like, I thought that's where it was going. But I'm not a techie. I'm not an influencer in that way. I don't know where the tribe is going. But I was looking at it like, oh, they lit.
But that's the same thing that happened
And
with,
they went through 2 other apps real quick. First, and then on that last day, Fanbase shot up. And the next thing we do, light switch on, light switch off.
Yeah.
All I know
light switch
is
off, light switch on.
I seen motherfuckers crying over this shit. So if that's the case, I know I need to beef my shit up.
I'm gonna tell you
Because
something.
y'all missing some money, so I need to be getting what y'all getting or more.
No Diddy.
I said beef my shit up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
no Diddy. Sorry.
All right, what are you talking about?
All right, you're right. Look, Sammy finally got some help because he always snapping every show, and I just be looking at him like, you know, you just snapped, right?
Chilling. You called it out though, and you was on bullshit.
All right. He repeated it too. He was like, I said beef my shit
beef,
up.
and
Nigga.
like we
when you got the beef and you beefing
nigga,
up.
I heard you.
All right, I'm a little fried. Damn, I just had a battle. Let me breathe. Chill. Let me live.
No, you're right about that. And I think that another thing is a lot of people, and this sounds minuscule, but it affects everybody.
Yeah.
Imagine how many parents woke up that morning and had to deal with their kids that ain't have fucking TikTok.
That's deep.
That shit was disgusting.
Like, imagine how
I got a
many...
15-year-old daughter. She was like, my TikTok's off and it
You work 12 hours a day. These motherfuckers up top that's ciphering extra dollars,
right?
Work 17 hours, and you know they do.
Yeah,
they get off the computer long enough to go to sleep and go back to work.
That's what it is.
You know that.
Absolutely.
These kids is driving them the fuck crazy too. That's my
gosh.
other conspiracy theory.
Oh, but the kids at the they was like, oh hell no, they been in this room the whole time.
Okay, what you think?
I agree with what you said. I think the only way that this happens is through an executive order. So. That had to be the case because it was technically still Biden in office.
Yep.
He had to be the one that ran it. Although
until homie tell you different.
When you are in the last couple of days of office and during that transition, there are a lot of behind closed doors conversations that happen.
Yeah.
And we also, we don't know what happened in those conversations. So I don't want to necessarily attribute this decision to Biden because
that's true too. Yep. I mean, think about that. Yeah.
We don't know the context of what happened.
You talking about front ends and back ends.
Yeah. So all that to say,
Biden's a mummy right now. Anyway, I don't know what the fuck's happening. Yeah,
well, he pardoned everybody, so he on something.
Yeah,
he on point this week.
Yeah,
he letting niggas out of jail.
No, he pardoned his whole family, but no, we not getting into that right now.
So. All that to say,
just in case,
I think that we also need to remember that this is only an executive order to delay the action. And at the end of the day, the Supreme Court did just uphold the decision. So beyond this temporary executive order, it's going to be interesting to see how this ends up playing out. Whether a sale is actually forced or if, they end up receding this sort of ban that they're trying to push down.
I know the play. I already know the play. Just because you said that, I know the play. All of a sudden, a brand new app that is adequate is going to pop up. In the same way as they have been utilizing social media for their own purposes, they are going to create their own app that is suitable to what is trending. And we are all going to run to it, even though somebody's going to tell us that that's what it is. Because influencers need a platform to influence. And what do influencers do? Draw people.
That makes sense.
Even you just said, you seen how the heart attack
yeah.
that happened and said, I ain't using TikTok enough. You just said that.
Yeah.
Because you're an influencer in some rights. You're a personality in every right.
Right.
So you like, I'm not utilizing and maximizing my potential. So if something else pops up and there's a red flag on it, just like it was on TikTok, let's not forget, it was introduced as, well, they going to get all our data. Right?
That's true.
It's going to happen again. But this time, it's going to be theirs. It's going to be federally controlled.
Yeah.
They're not going to have to request data. They're not going to have to get a page.
Right. Yeah.
So then they can monitor everything.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's what
that
I'm
makes
thinking.
sense. No, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, listen, I can't.
Did I go too far?
No, nigga, you
Did
said
I say
was
too much?
But I was a conspiracy theory guy. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, well, you know, I deal with Earth because I still don't know the ocean. I can't deal with what's in the sky.
There we go. That's how it works. I mean, but they be taking our, they've been taking our data and our information anyway. Like so at the end of the day, it's status
my
quo.
bad.
Yeah.
Everybody gets $20 back because we got hacked.
Yeah.
Like it happens every 3 months.
I'm not mad at this though, man. You know, they
want motherfuckers.
You know, they pay people on the app, right? They payout is pretty good.
And that's the thing. I don't want nobody to suffer, but I know there are alternatives. The same way that I said, what's the name been up there, fan base?
Yeah.
There's other alternatives. You motherfuckers pick. You gotta wait till somebody tell you it's fly to go do it. You know, it's somebody probably on that other page that's getting money because you not over there.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's weird, but influencer.
I will say,
Mm-hmm.
In defense of TikTok, and what a lot of TikTok users will say is the way that their algorithm works is different, and that is proprietary knowledge that a lot of these other apps do not have access to.
Now,
while there are other competitors,
right,
the ease of being able to find what you're looking for and what you want quickly on TikTok is above all of these other competitors.
My thing is, if Facebook crashed or didn't work out, was motherfuckers gonna stop utilizing MySpace?
What you mean? Say that again. You said
when Facebook went public, it became more than just a college thing, because you know it started as one
Facebook,
university and then to universities, and then it went public, and even at universities, a lot of people was late using it, right? When that got popping and it became a way, like when the snowstorm happened, you knew everybody was on Facebook, right?
Right.
But if that shit would have, because that's what used to drive it sometimes, would be everybody in inclement weather posting random dumb shit.
Right.
Because it wasn't nothing.
Right, it wasn't nothing.
Algorithm.
Right, exactly. Right.
If that would have shut down, you mean to tell me niggas wouldn't have went back to HTTP means plus minus Z to get out the people, or would they have just fucking shut down their business?
No, they would definitely still did what they had to do in order to get out of there.
So to act like TikTok is plummeting everything is to just not have direction.
I think that the issue is that because people give credence to it because it's not an American-based company. So what happens is that the things that we're talking about, like just like Kay was just saying, there's something about the algorithm that's not controlled by some sort of, or here it is, there's an agenda for the algorithm. It's just not as much of control as a Zuckerberg has on the algorithm control. Now, especially American side.
But that becomes meta and all type of weird shit you gotta compete with.
Right.
But when you deal with the fact that once you build a social media platform, everybody that was building one alongside of you when they didn't know you was building your thing or whatever have you,
right,
they now modeled their next whatever they're building after what you already have produced. You've given us the option to, that's possible. Right. So how many other spaces are there that are actually might not have the power because they don't have the power of, like you said, a Zuckerberg behind them, but their app isn't lacking but so much. It might be missing a 1-2 step, but if all of y'all subscribe to it tonight, they'll be able to fucking advance that in the next 3 months.
Absolutely.
But so
is that
yes?
Because I'm not a techie, so I'm asking.
No, but tech plays in that margin. Like tech plays like everything about tech is all
Venue
about
GPS. Shout out to them.
The user experience and just making that one step closer to inch you over your competitors, because once you're it, you're it.
But
so
that's the iPhone effect.
Yeah, so
which is weird. iPhone's been irrelevant.
Even
for
going back
years.
to your MySpace and Facebook conversation, if Facebook, the company that includes Instagram, died today, nobody is going back to MySpace.
That's true.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's
Not at all.
That's today. But then,
I think even if we were 5 years into Facebook's life, where it was actually popular, 5 years past the release of Just College Kids, if you ask that same question, nobody's going back to MySpace. And I think that that's because once you get that taste of user-friendly modules, you don't want to go back.
Now, I'm going to use the SoundCloud example.
Okay.
There were other things going on, whether that was the mixtape platforms or whatever have you, or social media.
Right.
There was still people that was willing to take the long journey to communicate. And part of MySpace, if you look at who came out of the MySpace generation, right?
Right.
That's Wiz Khalifa, that's
You're talking
Wallow.
about SoundCloud.
No, no, it actually overlapped at a point.
Okay.
They all met each other on MySpace. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
So it's like,
yeah.
at some point, if that was beneficial to you, you would be willing to sacrifice less user friendly for connection.
But like you were saying, like
so if and just to be clear on my comparison, if you have a newer thing that was developed with the site of what you already provide,
right,
but it's not at the level of user friendliness, but you no longer exist.
Yeah.
The problem with people going to that is who else is going to be there.
So that's kind of what I was going to state. The best ability is availability and accessibility.
Right.
Period. And that's kind of what happens. So even if you fall off, or are not as popular, as long as you can still show staying power. The problem with MySpace is MySpace died because at the end of the day, there was not a need. MySpace became a thing for other artists. It was like you rap, you sing, you put your shit on MySpace. So that was the name of the game. When the fan decided that they want to be a part of something,
business. I don't care about who's dancing.
So that's kind of
I care about who making money.
Right. So you care about the business aspect of it. When the problem was it ostracized the fan that wanted to be a part of it, that don't know a fucking clef note.
Pass me a beer, please.
You know what I'm saying? A clef note from Wyclef. At the end of the day, they're just there experiencing it. So when something like when Facebook popped up, it became a thing where they felt as if they could be always interactive. Why do you think that Facebook will never go anywhere? It just transitions to an older demographic. No. So you know what I mean?
I'll give you the exact parallel to what you just said.
Right.
It's when you get Jets and Taylors.
Okay.
Facebook is the point where you be able to garner an audience that feels personally enough to connect it to you. Yeah. To where you could tell them, if you wear Jordans and smoke joints, you're a Jet. If you wear fucking Chucks and smoke joints, you're a Taylor. And when you go to the show, everybody, these white motherfuckers that ain't seen a black boy in the last 3 months, is in there feeling like they're part of your gang.
Okay. Understood. I get that. Yeah.
But it starts here. So if that disappears, I go back there. Or I find another place. The problem with what happened since that time where we was limited on options is that everybody now is doing this. Where's everybody going? What's everybody going to do? What are you going to do? How you going to do it? It's like COVID.
But that's the reason why.
It's like COVID. Some niggas just going to start spinning on a turntable.
Yeah, but it's groupthink though, man. You can't.
It's weird.
That's the toughest thing in the world, man. It's you can't.
It is weird.
You can't tell me I signed up for this Benz Jeep in this mansion and I'm no longer going to be able to support that.
Right, and that's the thing. That's the thing. Because here's the thing: if you get on TikTok and they said, that, all right, listen, we gonna give you go live twice a week from this for your podcast or whatnot, twice a week. We're gonna give you $2 million a month for this or whatnot. If you do that shit for an entire year and a half, you are used to now. You had this contract. You are used to now making $2 million a month off of your podcast via TikTok. your lifestyle has changed to a nigga that makes $24 million a year. If somebody told you, listen,
I am Chad Ocho Cinco.
You are no longer
Ocho
making
Cinco.
two. But
I am
but
Chad
that's
Ocho Cinco.
But see,
Nigga, if I make and I listen,
I know, but everybody don't. Everybody, that's not everybody's frame of mind.
This is the thing,
I mean,
right?
people are very, very like
and
fickle. Live paycheck
I
to
need
paycheck.
you on this.
Yes.
But there was a time where we it's on the sign behind you.
Yeah.
Your work network is equivalent to what's done on YouTube,
Right.
but it's not the traffic of YouTube. So it's hard to tell a creative, if you come over here, you'll benefit more from what you do over there as far as percentage when the audience isn't over there, right?
Right.
As soon as we fucking registered that name,
Yeah.
if it took $200 to register, we was at 3,000 by the time it registered because it works in the algorithm.
Yeah. Right.
First and foremost. But the problem is the traffic, right?
Yeah.
Okay, am I tripping?
No.
Right.
So it's one of those things where it's like we built the option.
Yeah.
We actually still own it.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's sketchy at that point.
Yeah.
Because at the same time, we still talking about what do you want out of it? Do you want to do what everybody else wants to do, or do I have to hire a fucking Kardashian?
You gotta hire a fucking Kardashian because I'm gonna tell you why. They have been fucking up the price of the Cold Crush for years.
Right.
So why would I visit your site for the product that that is not the most popular when I can go and get the shit that everybody say is the shit for free?
That's the problem with the whole market.
But see, so what you do is, and this even goes when we talk
Because
about
we'll
podcasting.
have 8 apps on our fucking TV, but only go to 2 on our phone.
Exactly, but that goes to show you, even when we're talking about with podcasting and whatnot, is when we start talking about building a brand, you make the market around what the people want to see. That's why you have so many people that are subscription based, or not even so many people. Nobody's fucking subscription based except Joe Budden. And the reason
I'm about
why,
to say, there's only a couple people paywalls.
This nigga paywall funds his entire operation. Another reason why
it funds 8 extra niggas.
Exactly. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But think about it like that though. To where is that? I don't know if that. I mean, call it a soft guess. That podcast may make $3 million a month. That's a soft guess, and that's just me. That's me pocket watching. That nigga bought a Lamborghini and a damn what's the other luxury John? Not the Rolls Royce, but the what is that called? The Cullinan.
Maybach. And he got a Maybach.
The Cullinan. Yeah, he had the Maybach. This nigga has bought this shit over the past 5 years. So meaning that you're looking at and you
and
bought.
His girl is in a whole nother state with 3 kids.
Exactly.
And,
and he just bought her a Land Rover and he pays all her bills. And at the end of the day, you still Range Rover. I'm sorry. Then you're paying your entire cash top dollar. Yep. You ain't paying Queens Flip $10,000 a month. Sorry. You're not.
He renegotiated on the 3rd month.
That's what I'm saying. You're not paying these.
Seen it.
You could be paying them $40, $50 a month a piece. We don't know. The objective of what I'm talking about is that you took his fan base or whatnot and created and made an optimum landing point. I've been off all week and whatnot, just trying to get kind of clear my head. He was straight, dog. Every fucking day I had a new Joe Budden podcast on because I had the Patreon. I'm a patroni. That's the name of the game. But
that's what they say. They tell y'all, no, y'all think that we only do this. We outwork everybody.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
They like, we might work 3 days a week, but we work in fucking 10-hour days.
So lend that to the way that you land on this. What you're doing right now, I bet you the funding, think about it like this. What you make off of your streams, there are people who haven't even touched piece of the crevice of that. You know what I'm saying? Because of the simple fact that they don't have the wherewithal in order to do it. That's the reason why it's feast or famine. It's the haves and have-nots, baby. It's the have and have-nots.
Oh, my bad.
You know what I'm saying? So listen, that's the reason why I'm never mad at a TikTok, because at the end of the day, it puts you in the proper perspective. But what I am going to say is that if we do need to start lending because we can't just go ahead and make our app the way we want to. Like I would love to, what I mean? I would love for your app to be the shit.
Right.
But the problem with it is that it doesn't speak automatically. Like it's almost like people got to experience some shit off top. So what did people start doing? Even in the lanes of black movies, fucking, you know what I'm saying, certain types of music, certain types of things that we wanted to work on our own lane. What we did was we found a subsidiary level in order to be able to produce this from. That's where you got Tubi's from. That's where you got, you know what I'm saying, some of the Amazon,
facts.
you know what I mean? We took these and we say, yo, we can still make bread off of this, and if it gets to the level that it'll be, you know, internationally known, that's cool, but we have a level and a platform in which we can put it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so I mean, you know, and that's what Patreon does. Yeah, I mean, Patreon does that. TikTok is even doing that right now. Now the government's getting involved, so I don't know how much longer. But you know, it is what it is, man.
We in strange times, man. We're in strange times, but one thing's for sure, two things for certain. We got to consider all of this stuff. And me and you spoke off camera, and I'll say this on camera because it's not detrimental to anything.
Right.
You said that you're at a point where you're trying to figure out where your investment in your platform is going and how you're going to carry it.
Absolutely.
I'm at a point where, personally, I'm ready to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Even so much as switching locations and all that.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, dog.
So it's like the possibilities are endless, but they're based on real intel.
Absolutely. And that's the thing. That we have to utilize this entire thing to keep picking up information and whatnot. Everybody that's before me, it's just like, listen, I love being a fan of people. That's all well and dandy, dog. I listen to podcasts and watch other people's podcasts. Nigga, I'm hustling. I'm ear hustling. I'm pocket watching.
I'm working.
I'm trying to see what the fuck is going on over there and what you did in order to make this shit happen. Just like the same way I saw somebody, oh, they got cameras. Oh, they do this. They switch angles here. Do all this little shit that goes on and whatnot. I think we got to remember, though, we're coming from a standpoint of creators, but we're business creators as well. So the business side of just a creator, anybody can create TikTok, but not everybody can create it on a business level to do the extra shit that it takes in order to do that.
And I want to tell y'all one thing about progression, right? There was a time that when you had a fancy hotel, you had fancy, notable artwork or replicas on the wall. I know homies that spray paint on walls that have shit in fancy hotels now. The game changes. Be ready for it. Stay true to yourself and your art.
Good shit. I like that. That was a good. That was a good combo. That was a good one.
All right, let's move on.
You ain't even know that. That's fire though, right?
That's good shit. Though. I love hearing that.
They get 50 Marriotts with the same joint.
Listen, that's all it takes. Somebody designed the shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Spray painted that thing. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Crazy.
All right, so today is the last day of NBA AllStar Voting. So I wanted to ask you guys, who do you think deserves to be an All-Star this year?
Who's in?
What do you mean, who's in?
Okay. Who do you think should be an All-Star this year?
Oh, man.
I'm Big Shea Gilgers.
I'm all
being starting point guard.
I think. See, the craziest thing about it is that the NBA is there's nothing.
Chat tuning.
There's nothing really parody about the NBA and whatnot. It's like the usual suspects all the fucking time. It's the guys who you believe are going to be the guys.
Well, now you have 4 teams though, or well, 3 teams plus.
3 teams?
Yeah,
what do you mean?
Yeah, so the format is
changed the format.
different this year.
So wait, I may have missed it.
Break down the new format.
All right, so the way the new format works.
Yeah.
I remember.
The TNT analysts, so you have Kenny, Charles, and Shaq, each are coaches and GMs of a team.
Okay.
And then the 4th team is the winner of the Rising Stars G League and Rookies tournament.
So it becomes a tournament style.
So then they play a 4-team tournament style playoff.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and that's how the All-Star game is going to work. So even though so the starters are actually going to be announced this Thursday.
Wow.
So it's going to be interesting to see how they announce, like if they announce the starters versus the bench the same way that they would, even though there's going to be technically double the amount of starters. But we'll see.
That's wild. I actually love the sound of that, though. I'm not even mad at that. The only problem with it is, my thought process, like the Rising Stars, it'd be funny as hell if the Rising Stars just be able to win the whole damn thing.
They might. That's like a real possibility.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers, man.
Yeah, no, real.
I've been watching this year.
When you start talking about, but then, you know what I mean, we say to ourselves, it might be unfair because somebody might be, let's say Shaq got Bron, Curry, and Durant with a you know what I'm saying, and say but Anthony Edwards over there. You got all them. One squad. Does that squad necessarily win? I don't know. But God damn it, it's gonna be a whole lot of points scored. So it doesn't. So that's the only thing that I always had a problem with NBA All-Star Weekend and whatnot, especially last year. They dropped 300 points. No, it was more than 300. It was close to 400 points. I mean, so this is my thing. I find it odd that they're going to let this happen, because here's the thing. The one thing for certain, two things for sure, is NBA stars are extremely prideful. So if you got a rookie, rising star, G League ball, you know what I'm saying, and you 32 years old, and he's dicking your boots, and all of a sudden you can't, you know what I'm saying, you look bad at the All-Star game. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe I'm seeing it. Maybe I'm seeing something different out of this.
That's the point. Every time they've changed the format, they've changed it to increase incentive.
Right. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Similar to when the quarters had goals, and then they had a point to play to in the fourth quarter that wins.
Yeah, I remember that. That's
actually how the Unrivaled League is. But that was probably inspired by that.
Right.
But that's a tactic to create the energy in the game.
Yeah.
So since that's not working, they're trying something else, which might be what you're talking about, to where it's like, we got who, and who.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we gonna play twice.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You see what I'm saying?
Oh,
Might play 3
different.
times.
Yeah.
So it changes everything. It's like, if y'all not gonna give us the energy, we're gonna create the energy.
Okay. I ain't mad
And
at that.
I think that when you look at it from that perspective, it's like, roll the dice, yo.
So let me ask you a question, though.
Because who's getting in the dunk contest? We still ain't getting no announcement. I got one announcement about a nigga that I just learned had good dunks today.
Do you think that they're gonna have a problem with getting all the All-Stars they want to actually sign up?
I think All-Stars will play, but the thing about All-Star break is you're missing your time to recover, so you don't want to get hurt. Right. So that's why the games are so high scoring, because nobody's playing ultimate defense, and we like each other.
Dog,
we respect each other.
If I'm down by 20 to Bronny and them, I'm playing defense.
Remember they benched Kobe in the All-Star game because he went too hard at Mike and him.
Yep.
And then made sure Mike hit the joint. Like, remember when shit wasn't blowouts?
Yeah.
They was manipulating. They said, Kobe, you playing like it's game 1 of your rookie year.
Yep.
Sit your ass down. And Kobe was at 18? He was at 40.
Dog.
So what we know about the history of the All-Star game is it's a business thing.
Yeah. I do. I understand and I agree.
But the athletes is not their business. If I win, I make $50,000 more than the nigga that, I don't know what it is at now, but
there's something like this. Got to be.
It's like we donated to the rookies, type money.
Dog.
Like the in-season tournament.
Dog. If I'm playing,
am I tripping? When you are All-Star, that's not no money.
Here's the issue though. It's not no money if you're All-Star.
And I'm spending money all week because my family out here.
You a developmental league, rising star ball. It's money.
But
that's another thing, and that's kind of what I'm saying is that if not even for like Bronny, but I just keep bringing Bronny up because that's the first person that popped in my head or whatever. Just imagine that he's out there with a bunch of young Thundercats, and these little niggas is running around, you know what I'm saying, going crazy out there. Do you, as the old heads that's long in the tooth that don't want to get hurt, and these young boys are actually, they're making 1/10 of what you're making. They're out there every night. They're going to play a season on top of a season, and they're going to play for the Vegas League over the summer. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So they got no break. So they out there balling. If they start getting up on you, do you kick it in? You know what I mean? Like, do you start applying maximum effort, or do you say to yourself, I'll take this L from these young boys because of the type of
I know where you at.
Enthusiasm they bring?
We good. We perfect. I'm right on your page.
Right.
Tell them what I'm doing to you right now.
Twisting my damn jersey.
Bro. OG, remember being at the park?
Shit, yeah.
And them young fast niggas was winning, and them old heads knew how to win.
Yeah, they do little sneaky shit.
I get it.
Yeah.
I slow the fucking game down.
Yeah, I get it.
I put the brakes on you fast niggas.
Yeah.
Is you fucking crazy? Where you go? What you?
I ain't gonna let you do all that.
Like
shit.
it's not happening.
Yeah.
That shit's hilarious.
Because pride and know-how,
Yeah.
mixed together with
Right.
athleticism is a motherfucker.
No, you are absolutely right. But here,
If I'm in an all-star game, I got all three. If I'm a veteran,
yeah,
I am grabbing your shorts.
Yeah.
Right.
You are going to complain to the ref and look like a bitch, and nobody's going to see it because they was looking at Brian.
right.
And I know the camera not on me because I know how the cameras work during All-Star.
right.
You just got here.
So you think that
It's like being at the Grammys. I know when to frown.
yeah.
You
no,
stupid.
Yeah.
I get it. I get
Experience
it.
is a hell of a teacher.
I get
When
it.
you still have high-level athleticism and veteranship,
Yeah, it's crazy.
I just see a nigga
I
like
am grabbing your fucking shorts and
Listen.
letting them go.
what's young boy? What's young
Treat
boy?
you like the pullback race car.
What's main man name that damn, what team was he on? What team was he on? Light skin boy. Dillard.
Dillard.
Damien.
No, not Damian
that's
Lillard.
Damian Lillard.
No,
She funny.
why do I holler? No. What
No, there is a
Dillard?
Dillard. I'm trying to think of who
The
Dillard
boy, I could be wrong with his name. Light skin boy that can't nobody stand him. He talk a lot of shit.
like the nigga from the Celtics that just shaved his head. Anyway,
No, what's the boy name? He talked a lot of shit. He was actually on a good team too.
okay, you looked up NBA Dillard.
He was
Yeah,
either,
and the only thing coming up is Damian Lillard.
not Damian. What the
So
hell
it
is his
ain't
name?
Dillard.
It ain't Dillard.
Damn. Make your point.
Anyway, he's an asshole. Big time asshole. Got into a fight damn near with everybody and whatnot. But he isn't. He possibly could be an all-star. You know what I'm saying? He was on a good
this season.
squad. This I don't know. Maybe I don't know this season. I would say the past seasons. I have to check his stats this season. But this.
Taya says you're talking about Dylan Brooks.
Thank you, Dylan Brooks.
Dylan
Goddamn,
Brooks.
Dylan fucking Brooks. Thank you, Taya.
Dillard.
Dylan. Yeah, I said
He done
Dylan.
complained to you already about this nigga too.
That's
My bad.
Dylan motherfucking Brooks. This nigga is a capital asshole, but he has been on some pretty good squads. I don't see.
Capital asshole is monumental. Bro.
Yeah.
Like,
I
whoa.
see
Yo, that was monumental.
Like, how big is you gonna go?
Yo, I honestly, yo, that's a wild joke.
No, I just said because he kept
It's
saying,
a free for all.
bro. He kept saying, large asshole.
No,
He said big asshole like 3 times.
right,
the
all
biggest asshole. I was over here like,
still,
all right.
This nigga's working his way up the scale. I know what's going on.
Like what? You
But
gonna-
I heard
Dylan
many
Brooks, that's the
times?
biggest.
but to ask how big the asshole was going.
No, I just said how
that was
big.
wild.
That's
That
why.
was a wild joke.
That's why I ain't say asshole after I said big.
Listen, don't deflect.
No,
Only I can judge.
fuck out of here. You
Only
did
I
it
can
first.
judge. You don't deflect. You don't deflect.
Yo.
Yo.
So anyway, yo, what the
For the
fuck?
record, Dylan Brooks is not making it to the All-Star game this
All right, good. I'm just saying, okay, so let's just say there was a player of that caliber.
Right.
That I just wouldn't see anybody like him getting up there, like I said before, with them Rising Stars cats and actually looking at it and saying, yo, I'm going to let my basketball savvy kick in. He's just,
Well, see, that's the
he's
part.
that type of guy. Like he will go all out in a game that is meaningless.
And LeBron will hype his ass up in the tunnel and make sure he does just that.
That's true.
Like
guess,
when
yeah.
you
I guess
know,
he'd be one of them
like
dudes.
you know, part of sports is know your personnel, right?
Right.
When you're a captain, you're a captain.
Yeah.
I know I can spark you up by telling you, yo, go smoke that weed 15 minutes before the game. You know what I'm saying? I know I can hype you up by saying, that nigga told me you pussy. 2 different niggas.
Yo.
You just gotta know your personnel. Let's go.
I could dig it.
Any comments?
No?
Oh man, that
All right,
shit's
cool.
hilarious.
Where we at, man?
Said that
This
nigga
is so
told me
cool.
you pussy.
No, you know what's what they said? Garnett told himself that a white boy called him a nigga. He knew the nigga ain't call him a
Then,
nigga.
like,
Like,
he didn't say that. He was, yeah, I know. Yeah, nobody said that to him, but he was just one.
this is also a kid that got kicked out of a high school over a race riot.
Makes sense.
So that triggers something for him to give himself that mental boost.
Indeed.
Y'all want to talk about this? Can you introduce this, Cash?
Oh,
Noah,
it's crazy.
the whole Noah situation.
I don't know everything. I
Joker.
just know what the general drop on it.
I found this out last night, and I didn't even
So I'll try to speak to it because it's weird and it's early.
I'll speak to it, but I don't know.
But what happens is we get a news report this week if you're local. I don't know how far the initial news reports went, right? Because Gilly being added to it was later.
Yeah.
It was reported that at 7 something in the morning in the driveway, a 17-year-old athlete, star athlete, with the highest SAT score in his school, in his class or whatever in his school, was gunned down in front of his mother on the way to school. Which is tragic regardless of what. And our city hears that way too much. So you automatically flip that switch.
Absolutely.
The
Absolutely.
super,
That's a fucking
oh
shitty
my
situation.
God. Like, and even with what we found out is what they're talking about afterwards, you still feel like in front of his mother on the way to school.
That's a wild joke.
And she
That's
thought her
wild.
son
It's bad
was
business.
this good
all the way.
athlete that got good grades and was good. Like, that's a shock too. Like, you can't take that out of it.
Yeah.
But then later on, and I mean immediately after, because now these online sleuths are crazy with it, and a lot of these active rappers and children are promoting everything on their social media. So what we find out shortly thereafter is, and this is the first part, was that within 24 hours preceding to his death, he dropped a video that was a drill type video, and he was supposed to be this character known as the Joker. Joker something or other, right? Right after that, people started saying, that's the guy that killed Gillies' son.
That's crazy.
After that, they attached about 4 or 5 bodies to him.
Yeah, I heard they said he had like 5 bodies.
Now this is it? No,
Please,
please, because I'm asking because I'm trying to figure out. Are we talking about a situation that's an ongoing investigation, like through authorities, or this was just the YNs jumping out saying, "Nah, fuck that. That's the nigga that did it."
Well, what happens is nowadays these drill rappers leave such a trail that everything gets screenshotted and pieced together in real time. I haven't seen one thing that denied the fact that Noah was Joker. Not one.
That's some scary ass shit.
I haven't seen anything, and I pray for the family because I just can't imagine if they, you know what I mean? Like, this is a kid that you looking at like, oh, we got a goodie. If you look at some parts of his profile, right? But like, I don't, bro.
That's some scary.
This
ass
is
shit.
touchy, bro.
Yeah.
And I don't want to put nothing on nobody, but I haven't seen anybody
that said that wasn't him.
the same, one and the same.
So my thing is that this, and it's not that I don't, I wouldn't.
And the Gilly add-on is like even more.
Yeah, see, that's that whole situation is rough or whatnot, because whatever situation was, he was allowed throughout the entirety of all this time to kind of still move around freely with people knowing exactly who did what and why it was done.
Until
like I said before,
he dropped said video.
Until he dropped the video, saying something else.
I still don't even listen to that song.
One other piece, I've seen the clips and the videos that describe the situation. One other.
So wait. Can I answer this question?
Hold on.
All right,
real quick. One other piece of information before you say that, because this is important. C Baby, who was close to Cheese, was arrested in Borden immediately after that shit happened, and he's been publicly, even after homie went down, all over his socials, giving it up.
Oh shit!
The way that they give it up when they
in the room with a Big Mac
when they score.
No. No, you saying something else.
I'm saying something different. Saying. Yeah, all right.
You saying he online doing the King Von shit?
Yeah.
Get the fuck
not
out
so
of here.
much.
Oh wow.
Not directly as incriminating.
Yeah.
But saying like, yo, you good now? We smoking on him now, and things like that. That will
once
get
you
you
say
pulled
you
in.
smoking
That
somebody,
doesn't mean you did it, but it means they'll pull you in for it. Is what I'm saying.
Facts.
I don't want to miss.
Once you say if somebody die in real life and you say you smoking them, that automatically puts you on their side. Like you a possible
responsibility.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, but also, and like you said nobody is actually denying it. That could have been him. So outside of everything that's kind of crazy, what you talking about, with this, which just sounds nuts. Like all this,
it is
all right. So the criminal mastermind thought process of it is the first thing that comes to my mind when I start talking about a young man that was like looking to go, to a D1 school to play basketball with a 4.0 grade point average.
Paul,
that's some scary ass
time
shit.
out. Imagine coaching a kid.
Yeah.
And something happened 2 years ago.
Right.
To where when you play against a certain school, it's a blacked out game. No audience, no nothing. And it was a week before he got killed.
So in
a sense that he's done.
Is that what
no,
that
in a sense that he's done certain things that the population is talking about, to the effect that when he plays against this school, something's going to happen. So now we're playing the game without a crowd, like it's COVID.
So wait.
That happened a week before this.
All right,
shit.
so maybe this is the portion of it I didn't understand. And whatnot. This is not something that 4 or 5 people knew.
No,
this is something that a lot of fucking people knew.
Yeah,
he was the one that supposedly hit the young boy at the bus stop when the young girl walked away and said, "Yo, he ain't got no face no more," and then made a song about it. And I know professionals in the teaching.
You ain't talking about Cheese. You talking about everybody.
I'm talking about. Remember when the one joint happened up northeast by the Dunkin' Donuts, and the next day it happened by Ogans?
I think I heard about
Uptown.
That. Yeah, I think
Jesus
so.
Christ.
The young boy uptown, he had the New Balances on and the Centrals hoodie and all that. Little chubby boy that was dancing and all of that. When they killed him, they said he shot his face off. Niggas made a song about and put like, bro. But I know teachers that taught him.
So what?
It's nasty.
So my thing is that I think it's incredible to me, like, the whole no snitching and all that. I really understand it, but my thought process and all of this is to say that if that's the case or whatnot, and you're talking about a young man at 4.0, I don't care who you are, what you're doing. That's brilliant. You are a brilliantly smart person, but also, I think that the objective for your brilliance also was a situation that was making you.
Sometimes you can be too smart for your own good.
And that's kind of the thing.
Because you think one man is bigger than the program.
Yeah, you think you believe that you're untouchable. But here's the thing: the people that we're talking about sound like they were feeding into the narrative of that.
But the thing is, they're children, bro.
I know.
Like, you gotta understand, like, anything that you want to do that's dark is competitive. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Anything you want to do that's dark is competitive.
Okay.
Because everybody that couldn't succeed above level is trying it. For instance, right? Things you don't need an education for, motherfuckers is willing to jump into, like the streets.
Okay.
Right? So you have less traffic at the top than you do at the bottom. That's always the case, right?
Absolutely.
So when you look at motherfuckers that are brilliant, a lot of the biggest drug dealers, biggest killers, biggest pimps, biggest pretty boys that that achieved the goal were highly intelligent. They chose to use their fucking resources for what they wanted to use it for. But at some point, similar to the Drake situation and a lot of other things we've seen, even through athleticism, like you remember Stromile Swift? Anyway, certain times you can't control the program because you that much elite. It doesn't matter. Things happen.
Yep.
Things happen. These motherfuckers be like far and beyond. Like I believe he was intelligent. You know why? Because the niggas I looked up to in the street wasn't dickheads.
Yeah, I get it.
I can understand that portion of it.
They wasn't dickheads.
Yeah.
When I chose a rapper, I chose Jay-Z because he wasn't talking like a pack boy. He was talking like a boss in 95.
But you know what's crazy? The thing that bothers me the most is that seeing this form of wanted notoriety from somebody that does things so fucked up, regardless if it's behind another persona or a mask or something along those lines, even people that know who you are. There is no way in hell. See, to me, I always think of it like this. No matter how
I want him to land because I need to know where this is going.
No matter how intelligent you are, right? It bothers me that you still have the need and the want to be at the forefront of something that you're doing wrong.
Intelligence and ignorance are not mutually exclusive.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
They are not.
But wait a minute. Is it ignorance or is it just I don't give a fuck ability? See, that's it. Like, because that's narcissism. That's godlike. That's feeling like you godlike.
It's actually the grace that you give young men because their brain isn't fully formed until they're 25.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's the reason that you'll let a gate get slammed on you 4 times before you get it. Because you're young enough to think that you could fucking fight through it. Once that 5th time coming, you be like, man, I don't want to be in here with these high heads.
Yeah.
It ain't about what you willing to do. It's about what you not willing to do.
But the patience.
Am I wrong?
No, you're right. You're right. I just know that the patience to be, and don't get me wrong or whatnot, because I know, you know what I mean, even in the battle rap community, we talk about Sue Surf and niggas like that, who I know for a fact are extremely intelligent, but continuously do dippy shit.
Surf is borderline genius.
Right, but
you don't see that shit as dumb until
you hit a wall.
A certain point.
But you gotta hit that wall.
Yeah, and I think maybe that's
especially with that gang culture shit, because that shit don't be a choice for real. It's like,
and you wouldn't have made it that far without gang.
Even like, look, for instance, right? I'm from Southwest. I'm from Southwest. Yeah. We don't bang no colors. We from Philly, right. But I'm from Alden Street and 58th Street. So it's a rivalry that go on from 58th Street to 60th Street. Yeah. So if somebody from 60th Street walk through there and beat up somebody that's from the 8. That's a problem. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Or if somebody coming around there looking for somebody that be around my side and they see me, they could try to do something to me. That's absolutely. It just you always a part of your territory no matter what, and that's fucked up because that's only based on poverty.
But you know what's crazy is that, like, all right, so
then
we start talking
ultimately,
right. That's what I'm saying. Ultimately,
if folks had some money, you would
think about it at first.
No, because
if your folks had some G's, you would be out of the way.
If we had space, we'd have space.
Yeah. Right, but that's what I mean, though. But a lot of times, what we look at it, whether there's a tactfulness to intelligence and being the best way I'm trying to land is the being in a position to be able to survive is a little bit different than to be able to get money between the raindrops, like I was saying before.
Absolutely.
So
no, it's a polar opposite.
Exactly. So, right. But see, we can say that because the thought process that goes into either way. Mm-hmm. So when you say to me that you can run through the jungle as if you're a survivor, but be ultimately intelligent, I don't even consider that ignorance. I consider that I don't give a fuck ability. I got an on switch and an off switch. I got more than one personality. Like, this is what I believe. I believe in anything, and I hate to speak out of context or whatnot. God rest the dead, all that. And I'm not a street nigga, so that's not even my forte, even a little bit. Listening. But I think that the Joker and that kid that did that are the same person, but different people.
No, I
believe that wholeheartedly. I believe that people that have schizophrenia, I believe that people that suffer from multiple personality disorder, I believe that it's all different types of shit.
The crazy thing is that he chose the persona of the Joker. The Joker was not dumb at all, and the Joker served a purpose, right?
Right.
But part of what the Joker did was he changed his appearance for public purposes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it was definitely calculated.
Youngin was calculated as fuck.
It didn't. I'm not saying that it was.
So
stupid.
he is both people.
So,
but at the same time, I mean, allegedly, he is both people. But at the same time, that's not him being stupid because we found out that he was the same person.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that he was stupid. What I'm saying
is that it's stupid to be involved, but
right, it's stupid. But what I'm saying is that it's the
what's your goals?
It's right. It's the ultimate form of intelligence, but it's also extremely psychotic. And he's a sociopath. That's what it is.
But no,
you can't call him a
sociopath because the bottom line is you don't know what trauma he has. Because a lot of these guys, King Von included, a lot of these guys never chose that angle and stuff like that.
You can still be
certain shit happens though.
No,
certain shit happen. It's gonna make you either be like, I'm gonna choose this way and I don't want to go that way at all.
The thing
or
is,
I'm gonna go to this way.
The difference is that legally and medically they have names for that.
Right, names. Okay. That's why I'm calling
so
it that. Yeah,
you're not wrong, but he's right too.
I know what you're saying.
It's one of those things. But the twist is like we come from a generation, right, where a lot of kids was like, "Yo, I'm trying to get out of this." And now we're looking at it trans into a generation of motherfuckers that adapted to it
and trying to
became
survive.
whatever animal they want to be.
Yeah.
Right. No, they're not trying to survive. They're trying
but
to take
a lot
over
of
the
these
jungle.
kids-
That's what it is.
Yeah.
But a lot of these kids was good kids. We was all good till we was 11.
Exactly.
By the time we was 13, you seen your man going the wrong way. By the time you was 15, you might have been with him.
Yep.
And Meek said for when I was a kid, we was playing Sega Genesis and then we had Glock 40s out of nowhere.
Niggas used to say we went from fighting over building blocks to fighting over blocks with buildings.
Yeah.
Like, it's a thing. Like, and it's sad, but it's a
decision,
reality.
though. You gotta make a
but
decision.
it's the percentages of what they tell you in school.
Yeah.
How many of y'all gonna make it out of here? And they
Look
might.
look to your left, look to your right.
Yep.
The look to your left, look to your right.
You know what's
theory.
funny about that? And nobody talks about it publicly. Gang members tell each other the same thing. The OGs tell you one of y'all gonna die, one of y'all gonna snitch, one of y'all gonna this, one of y'all gonna that.
Right.
Y'all still want to do this, and niggas decide to fucking get jumped in. So let's do it. Where we at?
You ready to move on?
Yeah.
All right.
I killed that.
No, it was a good look.
I'm laughing
Good
at
look.
Kay.
Hit the applause.
She was ready for you to finish it though. Like, she crazy.
She been ready. I want to hear more K anyway.
Great, because we're moving into women's basketball.
See?
Yeah.
See how that works?
I don't know a goddamn thing about women's
Yo,
basketball.
you gotta watch the Unrivaled League, bro.
Yeah.
It's lit, bro.
All right, so the Unrivaled League debuted this Friday with 2 games. And then followed up with another 2 games on Saturday. And there are another 2 games happening right now.
Yep.
The Vinyl was currently up against the Phantoms last I checked. But anyway, Unrivaled League, the way that this league works, and this is our first time seeing it is a 3-on-3 league, but it is full court on a shortened court.
It's 70 something feet instead
Yes.
of 94.
Oh, okay.
So it makes for a super dynamic game, a lot of movement, and a lot of fast breaks. This week, we had the... Hold on, let me pull up the actual scores so I can talk about them. All right, so this week, we started out with the Mist versus the Owls, which this was Fee, one of the co-founders, versus Stewie, the other co-founder.
Nafisa Collier versus,
Yeah, and
Yeah,
Nafisa Collier did not come to play around.
That's my boo.
She had an amazing game, as did... Who else was on her team?
You talk about what's the name?
Yeah, what's her name?
The one that they used to think
Skylar.
Skylar Diggs.
Skylar Diggins.
Skylar Diggins Smith now, but you know the
Yes.
one that we all thought was messing with Hove back in college. Remember
She
that?
had an amazing game as well with a
crazy.
buzzer-beating
She married.
final winning
just did
shot.
She married to a woman. Like, I know.
One more thing that I forgot to mention about this league
wasn't
is
a
the
thing.
way that the quarters work.
Okay.
So the first 3 quarters are all timed, but then the 4th quarter, based off of the 3rd quarter score, you play to 10 or 11 plus the leader at the end of the 3rd quarter.
That's why I said it's similar to that AllStar game when.
So wait, no, explain that to that. That went over my head a little
So
bit.
if we
Say that
play
one more time.
if we play 3 quarters,
Right.
and the score is 75 to 85,
Okay.
then we're playing the 96 in the 4th quarter.
Oh, okay. I got what you're saying. Kind of
So
like what,
you could come back because basketball is a game of runs.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
But we're playing the 96 because at the start of the 4th quarter, we're
Right.
doing plus 11 to the highest scoring team.
Kind of like when you play 21 and you got to win by 3.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it's
Right.
it's very similar to one of the All-Star game formats from a couple years back, if you think about it, because that's
Yeah.
what it was. It was played every quarter to whatever.
Yeah, till y'all remember that. Yup. Yeah.
They started treating it like run and shoot. Anyway, go ahead, Kay.
So that was actually a comeback
that,
win. The Mist set the final score, and the Owls ended up coming back in the 4th to win.
That game was so lit.
It was an amazing way to start out the Unrivaled season.
Like, yeah.
And then the second game also did not disappoint. After that, they followed up with the Rose versus the Vinyl. And the Vinyl team is tough. Low-key rooting for that team moving forward. But the Rose almost ended up coming back at the end, so the final score was 79 to 73. The Vinyl won.
Now, since we being informative, name all the. Do you have a list of the rosters for the 4 teams that we saw on the opening night?
I do.
Because at the end of the opening night, I literally said, I saw 80% of my favorite WNBA players tonight.
I was just about to ask.
They all on the same squad.
Yeah,
bro, they got all all-star teams.
Okay. I was just about to ask.
It's like the new NBA in 3-3.
Like
so,
how many?
Like if you could get 3 niggas, we got 3 of them.
Right.
Let me get into it.
Got you.
I don't think y'all understand.
The Mist has Brianna Stewart, Jewel Lloyd, Rakia Jackson, Dejanay Carrington, Courtney Vandersloot, and Aaliyah Edwards.
Nigga, that's crazy. That sounds like a championship team in a 3-on-3 league.
Yeah, wow.
Lunar Owls have Skylar Diggins-Smith, Shakira Austin, Nafisa Collier, Cameron Brink, who's actually out for the season, so they might fill her spot, and Alicia Gray and Courtney Williams.
Sounds like another championship 3-on-3 squad to me.
How many teams are there?
There's 6 teams
6
altogether.
teams all together? Okay.
Go ahead.
So now moving on to the rows, you have Lexi Hull, Chelsea Gray, Brittany Sykes, Azura Stevens, Kalia Copper, and Angel Reese. And then the vinyl has Aaliyah Boston, Ray Burrell, Arike, Jordan Canada, Derica Hamby, and Ryan Howard.
You know Arike is the best one-on-one player in the WNBA. Anyway, go ahead.
And one of these days, Arike, I'm going to figure out how to say your last name.
So they're doing a whole. So they do an entire. How long is the season? How do they
break it
work
down?
It out?
To
is it
me.
a limited?
So,
yeah.
They the season actually goes until the.
K-Can.
My bad.
You good?
All right. The season actually goes until the end of February, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just trying to find. So the semifinals are going to be March 16th and the finals on March 17th. They play every Friday, Saturday, and Monday. As well as it looks like
back-to-backs, by the way.
Yes, everything is 2 games back-to-back. And that's through the end of January, and then it looks like in February they pick up a couple of Thursday and Tuesday games during the end of the season. So yeah, you can definitely check them out. Like I said, they are playing right now.
They are making more money per average than the WNBA.
So that
to play until March.
Crazy.
One of the
3-on-3
for the seat. Wait.
Yes.
They're making more money doing this.
Yes.
Than playing an entire season of WNBA.
So the average salary for this league is $212,000, and the max for the super max for a 1-year contract for the WNBA is $246,000.
Where's the money coming from?
Investors.
Yeah. So everybody who is playing this season actually has an equity stake in the league itself. And then they also
you don't even know what's going on right now.
Super large campaign to get the rest of their investors, some of which include Michael Phelps. They have a lot of corporate sponsors like State Farm and Body Armor, Sephora. Who are some of the other individuals though? There were some big names.
Draymond Green is on there.
Yes, a lot of basketball stars are investors.
It's a lot of people. Like this is like, you know how you pull the pieces together, and they built their own arena, and it's all in Miami. So you in Miami from January to March hooping instead of going overseas and making another $100,000.
And since they built their own arena, they were also able, and since this is a player-run league, they were also able to build in a lot of amenities that they think should be standardized moving forward, and is part of the ongoing talks with this collective bargaining agreement that I'm going to talk about next.
Because the CBA is up next for the WNBA.
It is. It is up for renegotiation right now. So some of the things that are included in this Unrivaled League package is a built-in daycare center for the kids of the players.
Which is dope.
To be able to
not just to have it, like
have that child care there.
Yeah.
Not only that, but through part of this Unrivaled League, all of the players are actually living within the same complex area. So they get all of that outside of the gym interaction as well. There's on-site facials that you can get from the
Esthetician.
esthetician. Thank you. I can never say that word first try.
I'm a bull.
You said it all, nutty esthetician.
Because I wasn't planning to say it.
Yeah, so there's a ton of cool little benefits that you don't normally see. Of course, always access to on-site medical staff and trainers, state-of-the-art physical therapy equipment like red light and Cairo and all that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm talking about.
No, and the crazy thing is the facility is like we talking about. The tickets ain't cheap. Like the cheapest ticket is probably $500. They don't want a whole lot of people in there, right?
No.
Shit.
So when you go from the cold tub or the daycare, whatever, the court is right there.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's similar to the facility they built in Atlanta for the high school hoopers.
Okay.
Was that in Atlanta? You know what I'm talking about? They all
figured I
live
was
down the
talking
street from. Is that Atlanta? I might be wrong on the city, but it's like the updated way of doing professional sports. They next level. And that first weekend, we just told you about the first day of games.
Yeah.
We watched Saturday too, and they playing right now. Them games have not disappointed.
So
Really? What's the crowds look like?
Go ahead.
the crowds, it's the full capacity of the arena is only like 500 people.
That's what I'm telling you.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So
That's
totally
what I'm
different
telling you.
scale. But every game is going to be broadcast, which is something the WNBA has not done. Anyway, moving back to
That's how you pay it.
Yeah.
Saturday games. So on Saturday we started out with the Phantom versus the Laces. So let me read these names to you. You have Brittany Griner, Satu Sabali, Sabrina Ionescu, Natasha Cloud, and Katie Lou Samuelson. Then on the Laces, you have Kate Martin, Stephanie Dolson, Alyssa Thomas, Tiffany Hayes, and Kayla McBride. So this game actually ended up being a blowout.
It was.
The Phantoms scored 48 points to the Laces 86.
Damn.
That's crazy, bro.
And to be honest, Kayla McBride was McBucketing. She was going nuts.
Check her out.
She ended up having 28 of those points.
Go, Kate.
Damn.
McBucketing is crazy on all
No,
levels.
that's her nickname, McBuckets.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't make that up. I can't take the credit.
No, but McBucketing was timely. You killed that.
Yeah, it was good look.
You
it
killed
was.
that. Go ahead.
So that was the Laces over the Phantoms. Now moving on to the Owls versus the Rose. This was
Crazy
another
game.
very close game.
Crazy game.
It ended up being the Owls over the Rose. So this is Nafisa's team versus Angel Reese's team, just to remind the viewers. Nafisa's team won, but it was a close game, 79-70. And like I said, there are two games today, the Vinyl versus the Phantom.
Hold up. You missed something that's very important.
What?
Who scored the game winner for both games?
Oh, Skylar.
Skylar Diggins went nuts both nights. The second night, not as much, and she won it from the foul line. Because foul shots count as wherever you get fouled from. So if I get fouled on a 2-pointer, when I make the one foul shot, it counts as 2 points. If I get fouled on a 3-pointer, it counts as 3 points. So they were 2 points or 1 point away from winning the game when Skylar went to the line and on the second night and scored the game winner. The first night, she scored some crazy shit and went crazy. She started.
The rim's still the same height?
Everything
Yep. Everything else is the same.
Okay.
Everything is the same. Bro, this basketball, I'm talking about, I thought it was going to be like the Olympics or the Big Three.
Yeah.
They got certain twist on it that is like, we see what you did there.
Right?
Right?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the 72-foot court.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Full
When you said,
court
when you
3
said
on 3.
right, you said the full court 3-on-3. I'm like, that's kind of different.
But
you know
no
what I
matter
mean?
how nice you are,
Right.
when you come across half court, you used to taking a certain amount of steps before you get in motion, right?
Yeah, that's another thing.
So early on in the season, you see some of that too. Like, it ain't perfect just because they
people
nice.
People overrunning their place. That's kind of crazy.
So I'm also curious to see, because we're talking about what were 6-person rosters. Out of all of the teams at least half of them are currently at a 5-person roster. They have one player who's out either indefinitely or at least for a couple of weeks. So with that in mind, I think it's interesting to see if injuries start to happen in this league and how that will play out. Because running this 3-on-3 full court style league, you need to have subs on the bench. Like
it's literally just as
it's
dangerous.
impossible
It's just
to
as
not.
dangerous as a regular game.
Yeah, you're
It seems a little bit more because, if
you're isolated on every play.
If you got
Yeah.
The court is still the same width.
Yeah, still the same width. It's just shorter. Okay, got you. All right.
But if you,
that's wild. That's wild.
But if with such a short roster, it's going to be
Yeah.
interesting to see how that plays out and whether they recruit more players to fill those spots, or if teams need to end up having only 4 or 3 players who are able to play at any given time and have to play the entire game.
For duration, yeah.
Damn.
But that happens in league play.
They should. Maybe that, like you saying it, like they got these all-stars on, on the same squad, and maybe they need to draft them as if they, or bring them aboard as if they're doing 2 teams and alternate the entire squad one night.
Well, I think that
like have subs for each one of them. But like if you're doing anything, you like we doing this 3-on-3 thing or whatever. Like how many people are normally on a like. How many people are on an entire roster? On the NBA
15.
roster? 15. That's what I thought. How many on the WNBA roster?
Probably some.
Same, yeah.
And the crazy thing is, a lot of times the women, just like a lot of the colleges, they hire men to practice with. So it's crazy.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So but no, like I think that what happens is this is an inaugural season.
Yeah.
So a lot of kinks is going to be worked out, and they're going to have to figure out a lot of things, but. Anybody that's a business person or had a long season in W or overseas, they're watching this to see how this plays out. Next 2-3 years, we start to see the options change. It's similar to the UFC when you get a Kimbo slice.
Got you.
Yeah.
Got you.
Because at a certain point, we gonna get. Remember back in the day on the Slam, there used to be this girl called Scooby Doo. She was like 5'8", and she used to dunk, and she used to be in every other fucking every third printout of the Slam magazine.
Right.
Scooby Doo never did shit after high school that we knew about, bro. Yeah. But nowadays, Scooby Doo got a space in the fucking Unrivaled League. She can get a bag of new. If the average is 212, she could come and get her 80 and work her way to 150. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's similar to what happened with the Big Three. Originally, it was a certain demographic they was looking for, and then you open it up. Like, now we got some niggas that didn't make it to the league that might want to come in here, and this might be their way to make it to the league or to go overseas. Like, you become a feeder system, and that exists in all sports. And I really think that this could present itself in that fashion while having an all-star, because a lot of the all-stars that's in it now are in it to make sure that the league is running right. Stewie is not going to do this much longer. On the court.
Right.
She owns the league.
Yeah. But she got it.
Stewie, that pitch and told motherfucker ain't trying to try. She get money. She got she got one of the highest selling Puma sneakers. It's her and LaMelo.
I think the one thing that is worth stating though is this league has always been positioned as an ally league to the WNBA. So there is that relationship where you can expect to see the top players of the WNBA in this league moving forward, and that's kind of been the idea behind the league from its inception. No. So while you know, Stewie is obviously close to retirement. Right. Some of these other players that do have equity stakes, especially the young ones, they're going to rock out.
They're going to rock out. No, I'm with you on that, but it becomes battle rap, right? To the point.
You just went left. Like, we all left because we felt it coming.
No, it's the Remy Ma effect. Like,
oh, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm over here, but, you know.
I thought you were going to tell me they just stop, play, blow the whistle or whatnot. Somebody get another one's face, bring my hoodie.
I'm just saying, like certain things you get into for a certain purpose because you have a certain standpoint. Right. But when it gets to a certain position, you not gonna be there for that. Like you're not all the way in on that.
Right.
You're not all the way
which is understandable. I mean, because you got other shit to worry about. I mean,
Well, speaking of other shit to worry about.
She cooking, right? She grinding.
Thanks.
She's cooking my muffin.
WNBA free agency is happening now.
Which is crazy.
So a lot of the women who are playing in this league are actually up for contract negotiations as well, which makes this very interesting. And like we said earlier, it is the year before the new CBA agreement goes into effect.
That's why the Unrivaled League is so important, because it goes against what they're going to ask for in a CBA this year.
I chose this picture for a reason.
Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean by goes
The picture
against?
look crazy.
If our median payout is $212 and your median payout is $60,
Yeah.
motherfuckers is gonna be like, well, why do I even want to go to y'all? I gotta wait till I'm 21 to go to y'all anyway.
Oh shit.
All right, so let me tell you guys.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Already got an NIL deal.
That's another thing too.
I got my own Reeboks.
Let me break down how free agency works to you guys. So it's similar to the NFL, where there is what's called a core designation, and that's like the NFL franchise tag.
Right.
So a team can only designate one player as core for their free agency, and that prevents them from becoming an unrestricted free agent. And to qualify as core, they have to be offered a 1-year contract at the supermax level. Like I said, only one team can core. So each team can only core one player, and each player can only be cored four times throughout their career.
Okay.
So, what's interesting, and the reason why I chose this photo that Cash thinks is hilarious.
It look like she got a wing a little bit.
Bro, her hand look like that young boy that's booked right now, and the little light-skinned nigga they just thought the best gang signs.
And then it's funny though, because the jersey say wings too, so it kind of, if you look crazy, if you look at it a certain way, it look like her arm is deformed. But
it look like when you make the pencil look like it's bending.
It's a quick yeah. That's what I was saying. That shit look crazy.
This is Satu. Satu Sabali.
Yo,
she's a great player.
No, I love Satu. She dope.
She's from Germany.
Yeah.
And she recently she's been on the Wings for this past year, but she recently came out and said that she is done playing for the Wings. However, the Wings decided to designate her as a core player. So now she basically has a couple of choices where she can either choose to continue to play for the Wings.
Cash out.
Get back with y'all soon. I gotta go get ready for this interview real quick. I appreciate
do your thing, man. Kill it.
All right, later, Cash. She can either choose to stay and play for the Wings at the supermax level. She can choose to sit out for the season.
Right.
Or she can get traded.
Wow.
Those are the only 3 options. She can no longer sign with another team. It has to be through a trade. So this is going to be really interesting moving forward to see where she ends up.
Or how that organization handles negotiations with somebody like her.
So another reason I bring this up
thing.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Is because this has actually happened before, as recently as last year. So the Mystics were in a similar situation where Elena Donnie was ended up stepping away from a year.
Yeah. And
she was designated core by the Mystics, and she did not want to play for the Mystics. So she ended up sitting out a season, and it is she has made an announcement that she wants to return to the WNBA this year. So she is likely to be signed as an unrestricted free agent this year.
Can I tell you what I'm thinking when I hear this stuff? Just like not even putting too much thought into it.
No shit.
No, like, you know, just like brass tacks, right?
Right.
My dad said if the job is worth losing, you show up on time every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you making enough money, you be on time every day because you be scared to lose the motherfucker.
No, absolutely. Yeah.
When you have all these variables as to, like, you have to set up a contract in a way to even lock people into these things.
Yeah.
But even within their handling of it, it's like, well, they either play for you or they don't. And, like, what do? Go and make a food truck and make $80,000 as opposed to $55,000.
Yeah,
like, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
Like, it's very strange leverage ground. in the WNBA.
I think the problem with it is and whatnot is that, and this is something that's completely and utterly off the beaten path of whatever businesses are supposed to be. But I'm going to say this. I think that when they first started and it caught traction, they kind of never thought that it would start to see an element of big business. Or maybe they didn't plan ahead that far. Because of the stigma that was actually put on women's basketball. Remember, before the WNBA even touched down, women were playing basketball for years, overseas, all the way around. That's what I'm saying. Here's the issue. It was they categorically were floating all over the world.
And
so
the WNBA,
in order to do
started, marketed the WNBA horribly.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You know what I mean? And that was they treated it as such. They treated it as, okay, these are our baby sisters that want to play basketball too.
Not even that. Like when they tried to do promo by making athletes take sexy pictures.
Oh yeah, that was another thing.
That we know that most of the athletes in this league don't take them kind of pictures.
Yeah.
They might take sexy pictures, but not what you think is sexy.
Yeah, absolutely. So
right? So that was weird, and it didn't float. And then you were lucky because you had a bunch of talent early on.
Yeah.
The Cheryl Swoops, the Lisa Leslies, and all of them that we talk about. That it was like, well, no, it's a good brand of basketball over here. Yeah. But that doesn't garner a casual fan. And you were trying to get a casual fan by making the league what it wasn't.
Makes sense. I don't know, man. Like I said before.
Now they more on point. You have a Caitlin Clark and you have an Asia Reese.
Yeah.
One thing for sure, two things for certain. Sport is based on racism.
Right.
We know that. That's what fights are made of. Big boxing matches.
Right.
It's been proven throughout the ages.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you have a Caitlin Clark that is a superstar that presents as a athlete, but has a fiance that is a male. You also has an Angel Reese that's trying to present as sexy and still garners the same respect on the basketball court as an athlete.
Right.
You have multiple representations that cannot be controlled by the league that's trying to market them because social media exists. That's the difference.
So you feel like that stirs up more conflict than it is?
I think that there's less moms saying my daughter can't play basketball because I don't want her to be a...
Interesting.
Yeah, I never really thought about that.
I've had those conversations.
I've never really thought about that.
You know what I mean? Talented young ladies I seen, and I'm like, yo, you don't understand. She in the 5th grade. She busted an 8th grade boy's ass. Like, she nice. Mom be like,
yeah, but no, I get it.
I've been coaching 13 under since I was 13.
Yeah. Damn.
So
you know how you missed the birth date?
Yeah, no. Yo, trust. Oh, for
real? Let me coach. I picked the Bob squad.
Yeah, you was you was too old. You just what? Bob,
like
about
8 weeks.
Yep. Damn.
So, anything else you wanted to touch on?
What interests you on the list, man? You see what's up there?
Yeah, I think what you call it. You know what? First one. What the hell is Druski's Hell's Kitchen? What did he do in Hell's Kitchen?
All right, so Druski actually did. What I'm seeing is I don't know what form of Hell's Kitchen, but he was on Hell's Kitchen and he actually won.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
And it was something like, you know how everybody got a bucket list?
Yeah.
And you know how like today in social media people be like, niggas just be knocking off side missions? Like, nigga, you winning at everything.
Yo.
Now you winning motherfucking Hell's Kitchen, nigga?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, so now I don't make a better burrito than you.
So, there was an episode of Hell's Kitchen.
Right.
Where there were multiple comedians featured as the competitors.
Okay.
And Druski was one of them.
Wow.
So that's how he ended up winning.
But he made some gourmet shit.
And
it
Chef
wasn't
Ramsay
crazy,
said he
but
was
the
impressed.
presentation was impressive. Yeah, he was like Chef Ramsay was like, you know how they be like, I add this to the menu type shit.
We got to start giving respect to people that they're able to do other things. I respect that. Like, I respect that big time and whatnot, especially being, so much of a personality like he is on, just on the internet itself, with the streaming and everything.
I respect everything more than his comedy.
Because I think
his pace is a little off for me.
But not only that though, his comedies is so extremely blatant and slapstick. I don't really know if it can be classified as comedy or just being goofy. You know what I mean? I don't know. Sometimes
and he tell you he not from the hood and all of that, and it's like, but he just talk shit.
Yeah. Listen, shout out to Druski, man.
No,
that's a hell like you said, man. You winning at a whole lot of shit. Like you winning at a whole lot of shit though. Like for real, like and
we
it's
keep bigging up Kai streams with him and Kev on it, and if you watch it, Druski be fucking them jaws up.
Yeah. But he went like
he be ruining them streams.
Yeah, no, he do. He be, you know what I'm saying? You know, they did have tell his ass to calm down a couple different times.
Nigga open 18 monsters, now we tripping over monsters. Like he be tripping, bro.
Listen.
But I appreciate him because he is him.
Yeah, that's true.
He's who he is, and it garners that. And sometimes when he does those auditions, you might see me watching.
Shit.
Okay, where we at?
So before we get out of here,
can we do the Uber driver calls Dr. Dre real quick?
Yeah, do that real quick. Let me get out.
You know about that?
No, I don't. That's why I said I would, because the Uber driver called Dr. Dre. How did he call him?
So what happens is there was a guy that was an artist. I don't know if he's from the LA area, but he was in the LA area.
Right.
And he talking, you know how you talk to your Uber driver. You might even put some, let him get the aux or the Bluetooth. You never know.
I was driving Uber for a while. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he talking to the homie, and the driver is like, well, I could call Dre.
Mm-hmm.
And he like, nigga, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he being nice. So he like, oh, word. And the nigga literally calls Dre.
Right.
In the car.
Yeah.
Before they get to their destination. Like, he's calling in real time.
Yeah.
And Dre answers the phone. And he says, yo, I got this guy, such and such and such and such. And Dre said, yeah, send it to me.
Wow. Ain't no way. So he got it? So what happened? There was any follow-up on it?
Homie posted it.
Yeah.
And everybody tried to come at him because they said you should have attached the song to it. And other people reacted and said no, because if Dre liked it, he can't.
Right.
But yeah.
The play was ran. Jesus could be a homeless man. Right. You never know who you around,
bro.
And just because that man was driving Uber, don't mean that's not just his escape from his house for a couple hours and still making money. He might be a bull, or he might be. We from Philly.
Yeah.
There's nothing niggas that know the top niggas in the city, and if he say, yo, homie, I need a car, that nigga get it for him.
Yeah. No, that's true. Yeah, no, you're right. Listen, I agree.
But what do you think about that kind of story? Like, is that a look at God? Like, what is that?
It's always look, man. I'm one of them people or whatnot. Where is that I talk about being in situations that are spiritual, and also being in situations that success is chance sprinkled in with a little luck and with a whole lot of time and an opportunity. Yep. That shit. I'm telling you, there's no way that things, and then also when you look at it though, like a lot of things to me, I feel like I believe in divine intervention. I don't think a lot of things are not preordained.
That's why Shaq ain't hit nobody. Go ahead.
I'm gonna figure out what the fuck you mean by that shit one day.
Watch all the videos.
Shaq ain't hit.
Big D's with nigga miss every time.
You said miss every time.
Barkley slammed him. He the smallest power forward we ever seen.
Divine intervention is crazy because Shaq ain't hit nobody.
Because he done killed them niggas.
Yeah, I know. But I honestly, like stuff like that, it's actually a really good, a feel good story, man. Because regardless if it don't go a whole lot further, it gives a person the thought process of like, yo, all it takes is that moment. So even if I got to keep working another year or two or whatnot in order to make something happen,
it's light at the end of that tunnel,
light
baby.
at the end of that tunnel. Yep.
You said that
like
perfectly.
That. Yeah, man, I like that.
You said that perfectly.
I like that.
Did you know about this?
No.
What do you think about it?
I thought that was very well spoken.
Thank you. I appreciate
over
that.
Mm-hmm. You ain't gonna make me miss the second half.
All right. So it's over. What you got going on, man?
Yeah, man, coming back soon. It's probably gonna be at the top of the month. The Mr. Know It All podcast, of course, on all streaming platforms. Yeah, as you can see, man, get with me on Mr_know-it-all_pod. Send your stories and everything that you possibly can to the Gmail at MrKnowItAllPod@gmail.com. It's MrKnowItAllPod@gmail.com. Yeah, and of course, we set up some things for the podcast link live show. We're gonna do a couple of shows this year, but just getting some things together. And I just wanted to say, man, this is always fun to come over here with y'all, man. Top notch production, man. Top notch motherfucking production every time.
Shout out to K from Fine Productions, though.
Yo, listen, K, you know you run shit right. You get City on Smash right now. I'm honestly, ain't a whole lot of, I'm trying to tell you. Really, you start talking about teaching them classes, you can teach a whole lot about what you do over there, because it's official. You know what I mean? And a lot of people are, you know what I mean? Everybody want to do some shit and start some shit or whatnot. But, to have people like you, to have people like Taya, you know what I mean, that are on your side, that actually, get down with the nitty gritty, doing the work behind the scenes and whatnot, and making things happen. It's the greatest shit in the world. Greatest shit in the world. Right. Especially for us motor mouths that like to talk in front of the fucking camera all the time. Yeah. That's like
we just talk shit for
that's all we doing. You know what I mean? But it's good shit. But man, yeah, appreciate it. But yeah, man, Know It All Network on YouTube, Apple Podcast, Spotify, any one of them listening joints and whatnot we on. And working on doing a lot more live content too. You inspire me, good brother. You inspire.
Nice, you gonna kill it, man. You don't need no edits. You don't need no edits. K, what else you got to say before we get out of here?
All right, so of course the YouTube channel is loaded up for the week. We got plenty of shorts and new clips dropping. We have some stuff dropping from our episode with Kassid Bland.
My man Bland.
Yep. And then we have...
I'll be on his platform soon, too.
We have some shorts actually coming out from the last episode that we did with Sonny Brick.
Shout out Sonny Brick, man.
So, yeah, stay tuned to the channel. We drop 2 shorts a day, clips all the time. Make sure that you subscribe to YouTube, SippinWitSammie, and then catch us over on Twitch for these live streams as well.
Also, I want to shout out everybody that was involved with, what was the movie, Mama's Boy?
Dear Mama.
Dear Mama. Mm-hmm. Shout out to everybody involved with Dear Mama. Another situation where I got a lot going on this week, and I wanted to be at the premiere, but I saw a lot of the footage. I saw the basketball game. I saw the movie. I saw what looked like an after party. Shout out to Son of the 215, Red Snapper. Tiana was the writer, right? And everybody connected to that situation. I'm proud of y'all, man. I'm excited for y'all. I love to have y'all come through here and talk about it. So I just wanted to salute, because that was one of the ones that I started off the year being like, damn. Mm-hmm. I you know what I mean?
Listen, I get it. Same thing happened with me. I was actually supposed to have a couple of them on just doing a little, doing a live and like a submersed, type pod and whatnot. And shout out to them as well. The whole Red Snapper, we've done stuff together before, so that's what's up.
But shout out to Chase. He came through last week and he did the live stream with us, and we had a great time with him. He ain't want to leave. But I wanted to be there for y'all, but I'm definitely glad that y'all had a great night, and I'm proud of everybody involved, man. If I follow you, I'm proud of you. You heard me? You heard me? And on that note, we out of here.
This is Sippin' with Sammie. I am Mr. Fly Shit, only the one and only Sippin' with Sammie. Sam Malone, Barstool Rug. If you ain't sippin' with Sammie, you ain't sippin' right. Please get your fucking life together.
Damn, Sammie, you done fucked up.
Thanks, Sammy.